Oh well. I'll just have to keep both open.
I've clicked go live, so maybe it'll work now.
It's Christmas and it's doing whatever the hell it wants.
Welcome in, Junebug. Welcome in. Taping was high as fuck.
Howdy.
Taping, TAIP, taping.
Don't ask any questions about my background. This is just where I am now.
Yeah.
This is my home now.
It's the gateway into pools and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know where this is in the world. It's pretty though.
It is pretty.
Yeah, rocky shores, clear water. That's got to be like Belize. That's like Central America. It has to be.
Central America, you think? Maybe.
Like Belize or something.
I'm not paid to think. In fact, I'm not paid at all.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm guessing. I'm not a geoguesser. I don't shit know. How's everybody?
Geoguesser expert in here. Yeah. Figure it out.
How's your week been, Nemo?
It's
that good, huh?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's actually been a really good week, though. Had a nice time. Got a nice surprise gifty. It's gonna mostly be used for things that we need. So that way I can stop going, Traxon, please.
So you got this is the pod before Christmas. Next week is Christmas.
Yep.
Merry Chrysler.
Everybody stoked for Christmas this year. I'm broke as hell. So
I'm broke as shit.
Yep.
We ain't
literally
doing nothing.
It's I just moved. So I have no money.
So you a special level of broke right now.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I bought pizza today, but like I have not been buying food like I normally do. I've just been surviving on whatever my fiance makes me. And yeah, it's nice. We bought a bunch of food when we first moved. And then we were like, okay, we can't do that ever again for like 4 months. So
damn, Chad, imagine having someone who would cook for you.
It's not lasting. I eat often. I don't eat a lot. I just eat often, very often. Like I think overall in a day,
munchies be real.
Yeah, I think I end up eating more than her in a day, just in general. But like it's one of those things where it's like I'll have smaller meals, but I have like a meal when I wake up, and then I have like a snack after. Right?
It's
like,
grazing.
You know, like the Hobbits in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have breakfast, and then I have second breakfast, and then I have lunch, and then I have the lunch after lunch, and then I have the pre-dinner lunch, and then I have dinner, and then I have second dinner, and then I have the midnight snack, and then I have the snack after the midnight snack, and then I go to bed, and then I wake up, and I have my pre-breakfast.
Sweet. I don't know. It would be the one time where I have a YouTube raid and the comments don't work on StreamYards. It's the one time.
I tried to raid you, but it wouldn't let me.
I don't have enough followers. I don't know.
No. So you need like certain number of subs to raid. I think you have to be like monetized. Yeah. But actually, I think it's even more than being monetized. I think it's like the old prerequisites for monetization.
Like, I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, they changed the prerequisites for monetization from 1,000 subs and I think like 40,000 watch time hours to 500 subs and 20,000 watch time hours. But I think that the prerequisites for rating, which used to be the same as monetization, I think those stayed the same. Yeah. For some reason, I don't know. It's been a long time. By the time they implemented rating, I was already there, so I have no clue. I'm just guesstimating off of what I've heard.
Seems like it's a setting you should be able to turn on in your account.
So you might not have to turn on rated. Right now. Getting rated doesn't require anything. You just gotta turn on the setting.
That was like you were like you should schedule your show or whatever, and I was looking into it. I was like, I don't know how to do that. Doobs,
how you doing?
What's going on, Doobs? Doobs is another former. Well, he's like a former guest that was on like several times, and then his work schedule changed on us. And
when you coming back, Stinky?
He's at work right now. Damn Canada.
Conveniently call out sick right now.
So I do have started streaming
Someone's
again.
getting kisses and not me.
Sorry, my fiance's here. You want to say hi, Pee? You're
Hi.
interrupting a podcast right now.
Sorry, well, I was going to ask you how many modules we had to do.
All of them.
Tonight.
Get on it. Yep, get on it. However many you can do until we're done here.
Oh no.
That's what the
Go.
PC.
Go. Go.
I'll stab you if I have
Okay.
to do all of them tonight.
Violence.
How many
Let's
you can?
go.
Go.
That's
Yeah,
just
it's
normal signs of
classic.
infection.
Classic lesbian couple, you know how it is.
Gotta make sure we stay part of the statistic.
There you go. So I have a bit of a tradition or thing that I've been doing on the podcast is every time I get a new guest, I add their name to my cardboard. So basically, I'll have you pick a card from what's remaining of this deck of cards, and I'll write your name and stuff, and I'll add you to the wall.
One of us.
Yeah.
One of us.
My love.
Wait, hold on. What?
Look at how much fun.
Give them to me. I'll squeeze the fat out of him. Her cat's gotten fat because he's eating all of my cat's food.
No,
Oh,
No, he's
eating it. I
not.
can point for her. Look. He's eating
Tomway's been eating it.
He's so fat.
Tomway.
Oh, tons.
he's not an idiot. He just knows what he wants, which is more
He's
food.
mine now. Leave him to me. He's mine now.
He's not even a year old and he's already becoming part of the obesity epidemic.
Baby.
I'm sorry. What were you saying? Something about cards?
Yeah, so I have my guest pick a card from this remaining deck, and then I write your
Okay.
name on it, and I add you to the wall as a guest.
Okay. Let me.
Pick a card. I'll tell you if it's available.
Pick a card, any card except for that card.
I will take the can I have the Jack of Hearts?
Jack of Hearts is taken.
Damn. Can I have the King of Hearts?
King of Hearts is taken. All the hearts face cards are taken.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
I got King of Diamonds. I've got Jack of Diamonds.
Ooh, Jack of Diamonds might work.
Jack of Diamonds.
Wait, is the Two of Hearts taken?
No, two of Hearts is not taken.
That bleed as one, two of hearts. I need you.
Two of
I
Hearts.
need you. Yeah, Two of Hearts.
Okay, now
One.
you get to pick a color. What color I write you down in?
Red.
Red.
I'm Red Snack.
Red, red, red.
We just read that song. Two of Hearts.
Red. Doesn't sound familiar to me.
It's an older song. It's by Stacy Q, I believe.
I can't. I still can't write very well.
You didn't really think that would change, did you?
No. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 40 years of my life. It's not going to change anytime soon. How do you spell the last part of your name?
Coatl?
Yeah.
Coatl.
C-O.
Jen, you're not getting out of my fucking lap. You're staying here. I will hold you until you get skinny. I will hold you for however many months it takes.
You will
You're
struggle
starved.
that weight off.
Coat L. That's interesting spelling.
Yeah, Stacy Q. I always like whenever I think of Stacy Q, I always remember instead
YouTube doing their own thing.
Susie Q is what I always think of. Susie Q is from that one song.
Rosa Coatl, Two of Hearts. All right.
Susie Q is from that one song. I think Clearwater has a song called Susie Q as well.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking of specifically, I think it's John Lennon. Oh, Susie Q. Do, do, do. Susie Q. Do, do, do. Love the way you walk.
I'm running out of room. I need
That's
more
Lynn. Is that also?
cardboard.
Is that the Clearwater song? Actually, now that I think about it, dude, my memory's just off. I feel like I remember John Lennon having a song where he mentions the Suzy Q.
I hear the melody of the Suzy Q one that I think is Creedence and Clearwater Revival.
Yeah.
But the other ones I don't remember.
I don't, dude. My knowledge is I used to like exclusively listen to like that generation of music, and then at some point I just stopped.
Yeah, music has gotten weird for me. I listen to more like YouTube artists these days than I do anything mainstream or
YouTube artists.
Yeah, people who just they're independent more or less, and they just make music on YouTube. They don't not major label stuff,
That's how I first found Starbomb.
That's fair.
And then like Japanese like anime opening songs and stuff like that now.
Yeah.
Most mainstream music is garbage, man.
That good old fashioned weeb shit.
I see these people like they're saying, "Oh, Cardi B did this." I'm like, literally, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I've never listened to a single Cardi B song, and I probably never will. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't care.
I think my brother maybe listened to one, but it was actually
overly famous stripper.
Yeah. Well, that's what they all are. They're all strippers.
Yeah,
They all just walk around in like G-strings and like twerk on stage. That's all they do.
And they sing
I'm surprised they don't.
I'm
surprised they don't sell out concert venues, and then the people still throw dollar bills at them. You know what I mean? Like,
what's the thing? All the dollar bills have been, collected preemptively.
right. Well, I mean, as bonus or whatever. And even so, I've never been a Taylor Swift fan. Like, even when she was pretending to be country back when she first got discovered or whatever the fuck, I was like, this is garbage. It's hot garbage music. It's terrible. But now I see her like, oh, look at Taylor Swift's tour picture or whatever. You just see shit posted on Twitter now. And she's like wearing a fucking leotard twerking around on stage. I'm like, what the fuck is like, why is this white girl doing like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh god, you want to see something really sad? See how far Katy Perry's fallen.
Oh, I did. I saw a picture.
Yeah, it really is like female artists try not to become a whore
It
for attention.
is.
It's
just
challenge
sad. You just watch
impossible.
them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them have fallen a lot
can think
harder and a
of-
lot faster than others. Like poor
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa.
Oh my god, have you seen Britney?
Oh,
My god, dude! I remember when I was like 5 or 6 when the bitch first shaved her head. Okay, that woman has just had a fucked time all the way through her career.
Well, she came out like when I was 13, right? It was when she hit big. So I mean, like, obviously, like this is the woman for me, when I'm 13. Like, that was the sex symbol back in the day. But now, there was a post going around like 2 weeks ago where she's like, Britney's pretending to be like a 6-year-old child or some shit. Like she's
Oh,
yeah, it was some fucking weird, like she's identifying as a 12-year-old or some shit. I don't know.
god, please no.
Something.
no.
The brains have completely took hold and rotted everything. It's
I
all
swear to
gone.
God, it's like they started reading really old fan fiction that was made when I was in like middle school and high school, and they're like, yes, that is now reality. You can't make that reality. It's a fan fiction for a reason.
No, I think it's more like they reach a point where like it's like, oh, society is okay with pedophilia now?
Oh my God,
We don't-
it's
That's
not.
people. We don't have to
Like,
hide it
no.
anymore.
It's like, no, I will beat you to death with a Pop-Tart. Don't tempt me.
Well, it was like I
That's
pointed out
nasty.
on your podcast last night where the bill that the Congress is trying to pass, like, it changes the wording for offender to like justice something person. I forget. I got it fucking saved here.
Justice Skirter, who fucking knows?
Justice involved individual.
Justice involved individuals.
Excuse me.
And then somebody like posted a picture like when the new sex justice involved individual said sex offender moves into the neighborhood. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. And then
It's so
you know,
stupid. They do it because they're trying to basically like minimize how like bad things are.
Mhm.
It's like that's what they do. They start by basically like, making you think that it's not as bad as it is. Right? That's step
Illegal
one.
aliens, and they've changed that term like 3 times in the past 6 years. It's not
Yeah,
criminal migrants, and it's like it's undocumented dreamers or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? It's like it's
You're
the
right about
most
that,
innocent
too.
person ever coming across the border. They completely love this country, or like it's like you can't hurt these people. They're migrant puppy dogs or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like they just keep softening the language.
My
Yeah,
dad wants to hurt the children. Ma'am, I don't see any children. But that 35-year-old man, he cries.
Look at the tears. How is he going to move his drogas now?
Cry your little bitch tears.
What was that movie
Use
that
the border to pass drugs? His family's gonna die.
there's
He's not a child, but his child will starve. He doesn't sell drugs in America. Send money back to his country.
Rob Schneider movie that came out?
You.
There's that Rob Schneider movie that came out years ago where he was like he played against little league kids, like him and like 2 other adults played against like little league teams or some shit, like baseball teams. What the fuck was that called? Anyway, there was like the opposing team hired this Cuban guy, man, and he walks up like, "Here's my birth certificate." It's just like a yellow piece of like notebook paper that says "I am 9" on it or whatever, and a $10 bill to the ref. That's what he answered. Oh,
Real.
fuck. Speaking of fucked things, and the internet it's gone too far. It's really gone too far. Fortnite Skibidi Toilet crossover. This is brought to you by Fandom.
Wow.
It's hated though. It's so hated that fans want Valve to shut it down already. Why is this a thing? I saw this fucking as a toy at Walmart the other day. Like,
you're kidding me.
No, it's like a fucking like Jack in the Box except head.
Yeah, they're making a movie and everything. Like this.
Oh my god, I forgot they were making a movie.
Yeah.
These people, man, like it's viral. We gotta cash it on the virality of the dumbest fucking thing on the planet. Who cares if it's viral? It's fucking.
I still
stupid.
keep fucking tripping over the fact that they wound up trying to sue the original creator of Gmod, going, "You're using my thing," and he's like, "You're using my fucking platform. What the hell are you talking about?" And they're like, "Oh, wait,
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. The level of stupidity. You really should have countersued immediately. Like, give me all of your money, cease and desist, shut everything down you're doing. No more Skibidi Toilet. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's what they should have done.
I don't even want to read the article because I really don't care. I find these headlines and I want to talk about the headlines more than I do what's in the actual article.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people are just ridiculous, man. I just don't. Skibidi Toilet Bundle. It comes with plungers. The plungers replace the fucking pickaxes.
Did they replace the head for the fucking Fortnite to make it legally distinct?
You talking about the Skibidi head?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to. I mean, they can't use the OG Gmod head.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, they're gonna have to do a lot of changes because I highly doubt that the creator of Gmod is gonna let them actually use that for the movie and shit. Like, that's their asset. That's not Skibidi whatever's. That's Gmod's asset.
Yeah.
Junebug, they're making a movie of it. What the fuck? Yeah, for real.
I personally think whoever the hell made this needs to be smacked upside the head 15 to 16 times. Then maybe we'll see if they make something better.
I don't.
I have the baby in my lap and he's trying to get away and I'm just holding him and I'm.
Is that the little noises I keep hearing?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it was Ajax again.
No, Ajax would be up in the camera. I can get Ajax in here. Hang on.
Baby! I'm sad. Brisket isn't here. I can't piss off my baby.
I bought these dice. It was like a decoration thing that light up dice or whatever.
And didn't some of them already die?
They're all dead. They're all like, look, you can. They're all like super dim right now. What the fuck?
I want my kitty.
He'll come in here in a minute.
He's so cute. He hates that he's here. He hates that I'm holding him. Oh, yeah, I'm holding him.
Are you holding him like the baby he is?
Yeah. You hear him yelling?
I do. And the occasional little grumbles and shit that comes from over there. It's like, oh, baby.
So I don't really know where this. So the Game Awards 2024 smashes viewing record with more than 154 million live streams, up 31% from last year. But if you actually go on, maybe they just totaled up everybody's viewers that was live streaming it. Maybe, but if you go on the actual Game Awards, it was only like 13 million views or something like that.
They're probably going through and finding the other folks who live stream it themselves.
Well, I do like.
So the thing is that you can sign up to be like an official like co-streamer. So I imagine they're accounting for that. The people that like signed up to be an official co-streamer.
I think we ended up watching like because you were streaming, Rosa, and then like my YouTube messed up, and then like it somehow just switched over to your live stream in the middle. And then when I found the Game Awards again because we were live reacting to it last week too, I think I clicked on the IGN one instead of the actual Game Awards one. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a sub. Nerve V287.
Hi, Nerve. Hi. You're not getting away, Jin. You're not getting away.
He says, "Help me!"
His name is Jin because my fiance wanted to name him Jin, but we weren't dating yet at the time. And so she thought it'd be awkward, so she named him something else. But then we started dating like literally like a month after. Or like a few weeks after she named him. So she was like, well, I wanted to do this. Now that we're dating, can I name him that? I was like, yeah, sure. You could have named him that to begin with. I didn't care. So he's named after me. He's my little junior.
Still,
Wait.
hate that. I can't hate Skibidi Toilet. The fact that multi-million-dollar business formed around a singing head in a toilet and now is legally disputed is just hilarious. Yeah, it is pretty hilarious.
It is funny.
It is. It's damn funny, but it's just why?
I don't know. I guess it's 13-year-olds or whatever that TikTok brain rot or whatever. I don't really understand.
It's this generation's hamster dance, basically.
Look at me. Look at me, Jin. Look at me.
Did you wake up? Did you just get woke up? You look like you've been on sleep.
Bye.
What? What is it, fuzzballs? What is it, fuzzballs? Can you hear the dogs? Can you hear it?
No, you can't.
He come in here and put his paws up on my chair like, are you tired, buddy? Are you sleepy? Did you get woke up to come in here?
To snuggle now.
All right, go lay back down. You can go.
You woke me up just
you
to
made,
fuck with me.
You made your guest appearance. You can go back to sleep. Yeah, so the Game Award thing was interesting. Up 31%. It is as much as I hate Jeff Keighley's Game Awards for the most part. Like, I basically just tried to roast it the whole time. It sucks. It sucks for me. To me, though, the award part of it is less. It's less about the awards and more about the commercials. And the rumors beforehand was like he was charging $250,000 per ad or whatever that he ran.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was a crazy number. In my head, I remembered it being 100. Yeah, it's like double or almost triple.
Yeah,
but I remember.
And then I think Fortnite was advertised. I think it was like 4 or 5 videos. So Epic came in, just dropped like, here's $2 million, just fucking throw us in there. Here's our stuff or whatever. There's a bunch of. Not only was there that, there was like Lenovo ads. There was Xbox ads, AMD, Intel. There's a couple fucking mobile game ads or whatever in there. Like there was not on top of the $250,000 per trailer. All of these other ads. This dude made a fucking mint off this.
Oh yeah.
And then like, here's the best RPG. Here it is. Here's the best racing game. Here it is. Like these people didn't even get the award. Like there was no fanfare about it at all. So I don't know. It was funny. Funny to watch.
I like the Muppets this time around. They usually they're kind of boring, but these ones are actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Because they
Adolf
roasted
and
them the whole time.
yeah. Well, that's what those Muppets do. They just roast people.
Yeah.
What was it? Adolf from Waldorf? I can't remember the two's name.
I highly doubt it's gonna be Adolf.
It's not. It's Waldorf and what the fuck is the other one?
Look at me, Jin. Look at me. We're stuck here. You cannot go. Your mother has given you to me, so now you're stuck here, buddy.
Statler and Waldorf.
That's their name.
Statler and Waldorf. This is gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, no, they were good, but everybody was like, "Oh, they got Muppets on here." But then I got to looking back through the last couple years of Game Awards, and it was Gonzo last year, and then it was Animal 2 years ago. So the Muppets have always kind of been part of it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know always, but the last few years they have had them. Yeah.
I didn't
Gotta have
understand.
some kind of entertaining jingle keys.
I never knew that Todd Howard was a Hobbit.
You never know that? Yeah, he's short. He's like 5'5" or something like that. 5'6".
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I always forget how annoying his voice is.
Yeah.
He's still.
I think
he
it's an
sounds like
entirely different
He sounds
tone.
like fucking David Sedaris.
Yeah, true.
I don't know who that is, but to me, he sounds like someone's choking Kermit the Frog.
I also like how Troy Baker is wearing his pants up to his nipples for some reason.
He got that Urkel look going. Let's go.
He's got an 86-inch inseam and he's only 73 inches tall. Like, I don't fucking understand what the fuck's happening with these pants. You know?
I fucking love Todd Howard. I love him so much. He's just like this adorable little man that just comes over and he's just like, "Hey, do you want more Skyrim?" And I'm just like, "Yes, I do." Here's $60.
Would you like to
Every
have
couple
Skyrim
years.
on your Apple computer?
Yeah, I don't even own one. Yeah, sure, I'll give you have $60. I love Skyrim so much. I've ironically bought Skyrim more than 10 times. I'm like pretty confident of that.
Jesus. I'm actually doing a vanilla playthrough every now and then. Folks are just they're dying. They're like, "Why is there no mods?" I'm like, "Because you want them and you're not getting them."
For real.
Well, do you want to move on to some more fucked up news?
Sure.
Fuck the NBA. Look at these bastards. The NBA team apologized for pretending to give child a PS5 and then taking it away off camera.
Oh!
Why would you give it to him?
Oh!
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
That
NBA
is
PS5? Is this WNBA? I know they broke.
Charlotte, North Carolina, an NBA team was caught in a controversy after they gave a young fan a PlayStation 5 during an on-court skit and then took it back after the cameras turned off. The Charlotte Hornets fan posted a clip of a special segment that the NBA team put on during the game against the Philadelphia 76ers, in which the child was invited down to the court and presented with a PS5. According to the poster, the story had an unsavory ending. You guys want to see a cheap sports organization? Begins with the ex-post user Stan Unsmith or whatever. In this video, my best friend and his nephew got called onto the court for a special segment where they gift a kid a PS5 publicly. With the cameras off, they took it away and gave him a jersey.
Oh, God, I'd be devastated.
Dude, these motherfuckers, like, I don't care if it is the Charlotte Hornets and they're not the most profitable team in the fucking NBA. Like, there's enough, like, what is an NBA ticket now? What is an NBA ticket now? Is what, probably $100 a ticket or something like that?
Something like that. It wouldn't
free
take Jimmy
ticket.
tickets to buy a freaking PS5.
Yeah.
And then, honest to God, I'm sorry. If I was that kid, you'd be prying that PS5 from my cold, dead hands, motherfucker. You already handed it to me. There is no taking backsies.
It's mine. Yeah.
It's mine now.
Here's a quote, though. They did whisper to me that they wouldn't get to keep it, whatever. They wouldn't get to keep whatever they got, but they didn't tell the kids. The first kid got a Christmas-themed Brandon Miller jersey. Then they tried to take that away. He started crying and ended up giving it to him. Man, fuck these motherfuckers.
Dude, they ain't giving these kids shit.
The cheerleader who was with us had no idea we had to give the PS5 back, so she started getting the child excited about it, asking if he wanted to keep the bag and everything. And this guy came up and was trying to take it away, and the cheerleader and others thought he was joking and it got super awkward. Unsurprisingly, the incident garnered quite a bit of backlash against the Hornets, prompting a public apology on Tuesday. You motherfuckers ought to be sending
Did you give the kid the fucking PlayStation?
Yeah, for sure. You ought to be sending this kid a fucking PS5 Pro and goddamn games, a year of fucking PlayStation Plus and all this shit.
Exactly. Fucking, you can't just do that to a kid. God, you have crushed that kid's dreams. He's gonna be a pessimistic little shit like me.
So down here during last night's game on court skit that missed the mark, the organization said the skit included a bad decision making and poor communication. Simply put, we turned the ball over and we apologize. We have reached out to the family and are committed to not only making it right, but to exceed expectations. We will be providing the fan with a PS5 that he should have taken home last night, along with VIP experience to a future game. Our goal is to remain and elevate the guest experience for every person that enters the Spectrum Center, and to show our fans how much we appreciate their relentless support.
Fuck your VIP tickets.
I would have said that's what I'd have said. Fuck your VIP tickets. Fuck the Hornets. What's up, country boy? How's it going? Welcome in.
Bushwick country, howdy.
I'm grabbing his belly and I'm squishing it over and over again. I'm squishing his belly.
I just
Squishing his belly. He hates
just
me.
the gall of $1 million
Sometimes you just gotta
companies
squish that
doing
cat.
this shit. We're doing good, country boy. We're doing good.
Buddy.
We were talking about this.
He's
fucked
staring
up
at me like,
headline.
you fucking asshole. I hate you. Where the fuck? I can't tell. He's not blinking though.
He's dead inside.
He has both of his hands down. He looks like a sad alcoholic, like sitting up like against the wall.
What? If you're wanting to go outside, you gotta go tell Cameron. I'm not getting up to take you outside. I'm not doing it.
Doing pretty good today, country. I'm glad that you're doing well.
Yeah.
We're going to decorate.
I need
downstairs
to make a stinger trailer thing for my headliners when I find these fucked up headlines, and I have like a video stinger for these segments. Because like the one a couple weeks ago where the kid calls out the internet provider guy and he's like, "Come and fight me," and then the guy fucking shows up.
Yes.
The kid was like, "I'm
what?
sick. I can't."
I love that.
So
What?
a couple weeks ago, it was in France or something. It was
Some shit like that.
This kid gets on like Twitter or some social media thing.
No, it was a game. It was like Guild Wars or WoW or some shit like that.
Well, he calls the guy out publicly on some public forum or whatever, but it was the internet provider, his town or country or whatever, his internet provider was like, "You're fucking up my game. If you ever show up and fight me or whatever." And then the old man shows up to this kid's address or whatever.
No, he showed up to the place. The kid was like, "You come here, I'll fucking fight you." Dude shows up, posted online, ats the guy, and he's like, "Where you at?"
Yeah, he takes a selfie of him in front of this kid's like place where he works or whatever. He was like, "I'm here now. What's up?"
That's funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Oh. And then the Nintendo one where the guy assassinated somebody over Nintendo shit. Remember that
What?
one?
Vaguely.
They got into a beef over something on Nintendo or whatever. I can't remember. And like he rolled up and I think beat the guy to death or something live or something. I can't remember what the hell it was. There was something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up again because I kind
Maybe
of remember it, but
there's two different stories like that. There was one with maybe there was like a Nintendo bomb or something like that. I can't remember, dude. There's some crazy shit happens around the world.
Dude, all I know is the thing about Nintendo we've been laughing about lately is them goddamn alarm clocks.
Oh, the Alarmo thing. Well, they discontinued them, I think.
I know. I'm still gonna laugh at them.
Did you see about the Nintendo Alarmo, Rosa?
No, what is that?
So
you can wake up with your favorite Nintendo sounds.
Yeah, so Nintendo brands a clock. It's called the Alarmo, and they put Nintendo sound effects like coins and stuff like that. But it's got a sensor. It's got a sensor in it to where, like, if your alarm goes off and if you start moving in the bed, like the Mario coin sound will go off.
That's funny.
But some people were like, "What if you're having sex or something in the bed?"
Oh, dude! I didn't think about it. All right, baby. We're gonna set the alarm for 5 minutes in. That's gonna be our warm-up time, and then after that, we're going in.
There you go.
Gotta get that one up.
Yeah, and then once you get 100, you get the one up. But it was priced at like $99, and you had to have a Nintendo
online subscription.
to
that
use
ruins it. I was like, dude, I don't
That and the fact that they were like, oh, you can choose from
in the background every time I fucking pull out my wife. Hell yeah.
it was like, you can have Animal Crossing noises, or you can have Mario noises, or you can have Legend of Zelda noises. And I'm like, you know what else you can get that from? YouTube.
Well, YouTube isn't going to sync it to your movements.
I'm sure someone could figure out a program on Python or some shit to do that.
That's probably true.
Well, if that's you, send me that program.
That I might actually have to get into coding just so I can do stupid shit like this.
Use your powers for good, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, I'm already doing that with my model and shit. Can't wait to show you what I did to the poor little South Park character, because you said it doesn't matter what you do with your model, Nemo. I don't care. You didn't give me any kind of stop, man.
Yeah, like you make one, you market to adults. Like, hey, are you a Nintendo person? Are you a Nintendo adult? You are. Perfect. Buy this thing. It'll make it so that you hear like video game sounds during sex. Everyone feel the achievement audibly, but your wife makes no noise.
You get the like Unreal Tournament double kill. Headshot.
Not big enough to make the wife scream. Find the new Nintendo alarm clock. Please hear him.
If you do it with like a Capcom shit, you could do Street Fighter.
Hadouken. Or the Mortal Kombat.
Every time you end up going, Hadouken, Hadouken.
Jesus.
Sonic rings.
There you go. And then when you climax, like you spill the rings out.
Add
to throne.
Wait, are these things still around then? For real?
I think you'll get one or two. I just don't think they're going to be making any more, because they did actually release a few prototypes, I think.
I need a link. I'm not even joking. I'm so for real.
I'm pulling it up. They said that.
Come here. I'm asking what she thinks. I just surprised her.
Yeah, $99 ships January 2025. Like it's still Nintendo Switch Online required. Let me. Yeah, we'll watch the trailer.
There you go.
This is Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo, an interactive alarm clock that's out of the ordinary.
Out of the ordinary.
Let's see what it's like to wake up with Alarmo. Oh, do you hear that? The alarm is going off. But Alarmo doesn't just play music to start your day. That's right. It responds to your body's movement with game sounds. Like here, with the sound of coins from Super Mario Odyssey. Or here.
Oh no.
With the sound of ink splats from Splatoon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this one.
And here, from The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. The music combines with sound effects created by your movement, so you can start the day feeling like you're in the kingdom of Hyrule.
I was really hoping it would be like the link, like,
And
yeah, that.
out of bed,
We're gonna get copyright struck for this for sure.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
a fanfare plays and the alarm comes to an end.
So it actually, when you get out of bed, it actually shuts itself off.
That's kind of cool.
It's like a good job. You finished.
Yeah, dude.
The alarm detects movement
Good
with
job. Go
motion
get that
sensor.
shower.
That's fucking spectacular.
And
Get paid to watch a
restrictions
replay
with
of the meeting
sounds.
that got this thing approved. Played out. Yeah.
When you get out of
They
bed,
did not think about
It
the
stops
sex
automatically.
part of it, I'm sure.
They didn't think about America when they made this.
keep in mind though, the alarm will get more intense the longer it takes for you to get up.
Oh, yeah.
So rise
All
and
right, baby,
shine.
we're gonna make it to the Bowser music today.
You can
I
set
hope
an
you did your
alarm
stretches. Send me a
inspired by
long one.
5 games.
Last
Super
time we only
Mario
made it to the
Odyssey.
middle round. This time we got to get to the bonus round, babe.
Yeah. Get to the boss room.
Hold on. Ow. She opened the door and it scared the cat. He kicked me in the fucking stomach. My love. Come here, my love. My love, my love. Okay, well.
Splatoon 3.
Okay, sorry, I had to use like hair with my love.
Yeah.
My love.
What do you want?
So this alarm,
Ring Fit Adventure.
right? It sits on your like counter, right? And it has a sensor on it,
And
right? So when
The
the
Legend
alarm
of
goes
Zelda
off,
Breath
it
of the
plays
Wild.
music, right? But then when you move, it plays like sounds based on like the game you
Each game features 7 alarm varieties known as scenes.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Here, he'll rewind it so she can hear it.
We set the alarm clock for the time we're gonna fuck, right?
Yeah.
So wait.
Hold on, wait. You can let go of my wrist.
I think that went well.
She didn't say no.
That went
Perfect.
well.
Perfect.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Yeah.
New Year's gift for the house.
Just like consent. I take the silence as yes.
Oh, yeah. So
The
that's
alarm is
Alarmo.
cheering that you right.
This is like a year in review of what bullshit we've gone through this year. Oh man. Okay,
Fucking
we
hilarious.
go back to some other news. So I think this broke
What?
this morning.
What? What? What did you say? Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Said you completely made me forget what I came in here to talk to
Couldn't have been more important than the fucking alarm clock.
you.
could
It's
it?
definitely way more important than the fucking alarm clock.
The literal fucking alarm clock.
The
Yeah.
answer's no.
Oh.
100%.
What if chat buys it for us?
No.
I guess
Can't
even
say
chat-
no to a gift.
What?
You gonna say no to a gift from chat?
Yes.
That's crazy. Chat doesn't love you.
Blasphemy.
Possibly.
Just think about it. Like ding, ding, ding,
No.
ding, ding. No. If you
No.
if you
I
wait
think
long
that would
enough,
make me want to not have sex with you.
if you,
Oh
Maybe
no!
we do need it.
whoa, if you wait long enough, it changes from normal music to like boss music. Can you imagine? Like
No.
you know, we're like ding, ding. All right, here comes like the Bowser level. You know, No?
Taping says if you put it on throne, it will be my Xmas gift to you.
I don't want to get it for us. I'm just saying.
Huh?
Typing wants to get it for us. It's a Christmas gift. Let's go. Yes.
Run.
Anyways, I'm here to let you know I'm done.
You done with what?
I've been staring at a screen for 3 hours. I can't do no more.
Okay.
I'm not paying attention to what the people are saying.
Okay, not anymore. But you did 3 hours of it, right?
Yeah.
You did 3 hours of it?
Yeah, I've done 3 modules out of 7.
Sounds
I
like
thought you said the whole
online
thing was like
class
4
crap.
hours.
It's supposed to be.
Hello.
I am. I'm sorry. I rewatched the videos because they'll go back and like they'll say each other's names, and you have to answer questions, and they'll ask you like, "Did Francine blah 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 blah, or did Noah do blah 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 blah? Bitch,
That sounds
stupid
terrible
name.
for my ADHD ass.
Yeah, that sounds annoying.
Ugh.
Okay, baby.
So I get the questions wrong because I see the wrong name.
I'm proud of
But
you.
I know what's going on.
It's okay. I'm proud of you. You did like half of it almost.
And also, I'll be gone Saturday.
What?
I'll be gone Saturday.
Why are you?
Blasphemy.
To deliver my brother's computer parts to him.
Okay. Hey.
Have fun.
Okay.
Also, sorry, I'm so sorry for interrupting you guys.
Yeah, tell her she's fine. She's fine. It's no big deal.
I think she can hear you. I have like an open
Oh, okay.
like back headphones.
Ah,
He said it's fine.
Yeah.
Can you warm up some pizza?
What?
Can you warm up some pizza? Like I was gonna eat this, but it's cold.
so next article though, I don't know if you saw this. This broke this morning, or this was posted this morning and broke last
You
night.
want the one with meatballs?
Yeah.
So Sony becomes the largest
You know what I
shareholder in From software parent company Katakawa. No full takeover for now. So I think they're at like 90% or something like that. Sony invested 50 billion yen, approximately 318 million, which is not a lot. It's not really not that much. I think it's 10%, not 90, 10% or something. Anyway, putting the brakes on a full takeover for now. The investment, Sony becomes the largest shareholder in Katakawa with 10% of the company's shares. Chinese megacorp Tencent is next in line. Katakawa and Sony have formed a pair described a strategic capital and business alliance with the goal to boost Katakawa's long list of intellectual properties globally.
Okay.
That kind of sucks though, because I think that means anime for the most part. The announcement of the deal includes vague corporate speak about how the two companies plan to work together in the future. But there is a line about adapting Katakawa's IP into live action films. That would be fucking awful. And TV dramas globally.
Oh no.
Co-producing anime works and further expanding the publishing of Katakawa's games. That line in particular has already sparked speculation in Sony that may help realize a live action Elden Ring movie. What the fuck? Why?
No.
Or TV series of some kind. But it's worth pointing out that Sony's interest in Katakawa has to do with the anime business and as opposed to
whoever keeps thinking of these live action things, please, I want you to stub your toe every day for the rest of your life until it's broken off into a nub.
Yeah, I want them to do more of the live action things, but as animated. I think that would be great. That's why
Well, I don't know. They tried that Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim is getting fucking awful reviews. You know what I mean? Like that was live
I
action.
wanted to go watch it, but I'm not too sure. But no, I'm also like, I don't know,
Just
give me like
pirate
anime Fast and Furious. You know? That'd be cool, right? I want to see Vin Diesel in anime.
as an anime boy.
I still think Vin Diesel, they fucking miscast that goddamn Uncharted or that Naughty Dog game. If they'd have cast Vin Diesel, it would have sold billions. They fucked up.
Like space racing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically like, okay, so the leaked plot or whatever was like she was, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but like probably these are going to be parts of it. She's looking for her old crew to put her old crew back together or whatever. If it was Dom, now you're looking for fucking Space Paul Walker and fucking Space Ludacris and shit like that. Let's fucking go, man.
Don't sell fucking hotcakes.
Yeah.
But also gonna cost way more money to fucking like produce.
Well, I mean, you know.
I mean, can you imagine how much money they've shit
They
away trying to do
they don't have to pay
live
Paul
action
Walker
Snow
money
White?
because, well, he's dead.
True.
I mean, if they're able to waste that much money on Zegler, they can waste some money on something that's actually decent.
I think they felt to pay his family taste for his likeness.
His brother played him in the final movie that he was in, because he was in like half of it and then he passed in the middle of filming, and his brother.
Oh,
It was Fast
6, right?
5 or 6.
I think it was 6. Yeah. I watched that one in theaters. I want to watch the rest of them, but they're on like
You used to watch all of them.
I want to watch all of them. I need to just like buy the whole fucking 10
Yar.
thing of them because
Har.
Yeah, there's like 9 of them now.
Fiddly-dee.
But I used to go like it was like a yearly thing with like my dad's side of the family because he like loved those movies.
there's nothing
And
wrong with the
so-
Space Family. Yeah, that's exactly.
And so like we'd go watch it in theaters. And I've watched I can legitimately say that I've watched most of those movies in theaters, like the grand majority of them. I've missed like maybe like 2 or 3 of them that I haven't watched in theaters.
I haven't watched the last 2 or like I watched 6 in theaters and I think I've watched 7. But like when you go to like I want to go watch Fast and the Furious, like one of them's on Hulu and then one of them's on like fucking like HBO. Like they're on just like different platforms everywhere. You can't just find them all in one spot. It's aggravating.
Oh man. But yeah, like they have a lot of like I put this like Latinoisms in those movies. And so because of like my dad's side of the family like loves them. And so like we'd always go as like a family to like go watch them in the theater.
Yeah, they were good movies. You know, it's car porn for the most part. Like, oh, these are really fucking cool cars, and you know, I mean, those movies made like Need for Speed a thing. You know what I mean? Like Need for Speed Underground became a thing because of Fast and the Furious, and drifting games and stuff like that. That was all from Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
So,
I like Death Race.
yeah.
Which one was that? That was one that was in Japan in Japan.
Yeah, that was 3. Tokyo Drift was the name of it. It was Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. It was, I think it was 3, right? Yeah, because it was 1, and then 2 was Paul Walker and Tyrese, whatever that guy's name is. And then 3 was Tokyo Drift, and then Dom comes back for 4.
Deja vu.
So. But like, yeah, or even like a fucking all in all like Riddick game again. Like bring Riddick back, you know?
Yeah.
Which I was thinking about that when you were playing in Indiana Jones game. I was like, you know, Xbox did the Riddick game back in the day, which was first person, and that was actually a really cool game. Fight cartels, terrorists, and aliens and cars. Dude, I'm still waiting for the fucking Transformers Fast and the Furious crossover. Like, what the fuck? Why haven't we had that yet? Transformers Fast and the Furious crossover would be epic. Let's go.
See, because the thing is, Typing, like, how many stories can you tell with just like street racing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, of course it became cartels and like terrorists and like global like secret like military special whatever and like tanks and like robbing banks and going to space. They went to fucking space.
They're they're super. It's a superhero genre at this point. You know, they've crashed so many cars and shit. Like they literally full on head on crash each other, jump through the fucking windshield, Superman punch each other midair as their cars crash.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that shit was crazy. There was that one fucking. I think the first crazy scene where I was like, "What the fuck is this turning into?" Was that one scene. I think it's 5 or 6, where they're on like the fucking highway and there's like a fucking tank they're trying to like basically like get rid of, and then fucking Dom like he sees that the tank's about to flip because they have like a wire under it or some shit.
Yeah.
But like the girl who was like brainwashed, right? She was like the girl that like he liked.
Yeah, Letty.
The earlier movers. Yeah, Letty got brainwashed, so she was like on top of the tank with the bad guy in it.
She got fucking soaked for amnesia.
Yeah, and then like the tank flips, so fucking Dom like fucking steers his car into the fucking border of like the fucking like highway on the opposite side, jumps across like several lanes like in the air while she's also flying in the air, to then he catch her in midair and then fall on his back on top of a car. Like the most ridiculous shit. Like who the fuck thinks of this? How do you like when you're like trying to explain to someone what the story's gonna be and how the scene's gonna be? How do you come up with that one?
Well, it's like the people in Battlefield or whatever that would jump out of a jet, throw C4 on another jet, land back in the jet they jumped out of somehow, and then blow the other jet up. Have you seen those fucking clips of people doing that shit? Dude. It's like that's that fucking mentality of the people who made that stuff.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. Oh man, it's good times though. And honestly, like as lame as movies have gotten, like give us just more dumb shit like that. Like I would go back to the movie
Yeah,
theaters
dude.
and watch dumb stuff like that.
I'm a sucker for like B tier action. That's
Yeah.
always been my thing. Like I like
Machete.
dude. Me and Pather were talking earlier about like because like we want to go watch the new Gladiator in theaters on Sunday with her brother
Mhm.
and her dad, and so I need to introduce her to like the first movie because she hasn't watched it, and I have it on DVD, so we're gonna watch it probably later tonight. Assuming this doesn't run super long, but and
2 hours.
yeah, and like we were talking like I was telling us how like the movie apparently sucks, right? The new one, which I believe makes sense. And she was saying how she just wants to watch it for Pedro Pascal, right? Because like he's just like an actor that she enjoys. Yeah, I don't get it either, but you know, whatever. But at the same time, I thought about it and I was like, no, I do get it. Because I think if you told me that Jason Statham was in like a Pretty Princess, like unicorn movie, right? I'd be like, I'm gonna watch that movie.
Yeah,
it's not my genre, but Jason Statham in it, huh? I'm gonna go watch that movie, you know. So I do get it in hindsight.
Yeah,
like
to me, Pedro Pascal is like the he's the minority ish kind of like, he could be a minority, but he could totally play a white guy too, or whatever. Like he's just that he kind of blends into anything or whatever. Like
Chameleon.
It's not chameleon so much, but like he's diverse or whatever, adjacent or something. Whatever you want to call it. But like, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of him.
I mean, he's a white Latino. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's what it is. It's like me.
He's a Latino.
He's like me for real. Whitino is funny.
But there was the thing where he was at like some kind of convention or Comic-Con or some shit like that, where he was like having to hold his co-star's hand because he's too nervous to be around big crowds, and everybody's like, he's so sweet or whatever. It's like, that sounds pretty. That's like, you're a fucking actor, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, you can't be in big crowds. Like, that's the whole. What the fuck?
No, I get it. Some people are just like that.
I guess he is.
Happier crowds. That's cute though.
I can honestly vibe with that really fucking hard, because it was kind of the same for me back when I was still in choir. I loved singing, especially singing with a group. God forbid I ever had a solo. I was about shitting my pants trying to get through it just so I could go back into the group and sit in the back. I'm like, please just let us finish this so I can go and quit standing like a fucking chihuahua in the spotlight, please.
I don't know. I've been aggravated with Pascal and his bullshit on Twitter and stuff.
I don't even know who that is.
Pedro Pascal?
I don't know.
I don't think you're missing anything. So here's a funny article. Switching gears back to articles. Balatro dev swings at Peggy for rating it 18 plus because of its evil playing cards. Jokes that he should add microtransactions like EA and EA Sports FC 25 to lower that rating to a 3 plus.
Oh, no.
Go Balatro!
God damn!
Yeah.
Go pro!
18 plus?
Yeah. If other games were rated properly, I'd happily accept the weirdo 18 plus. Yeah, so they said evil cards, and I guess it's technically a card game, so they can rate it as gambling, I guess. But if it's not...
I mean, I could kind of see it at that, but it's... I don't know. I guess if you put it that way, every roguelike is going to be gambling then, isn't it?
Well, I think because it is a card game and it's a card game that's directly involved in gambling as its main thing. Like, even if the game itself isn't, there's no gambling in the game. It's based off of like Texas Hold'em, which is a gambling thing, and maybe that's where they come up with the 18 plus rating on it. But honestly, it needs to be looked at because
all playing cards.
But they said, yeah, evil playing cards is why it's 18 plus.
I'm willing to bet that they looked at some of the pictures for the playing cards, like the zombie Joker, or
I wonder if that's what it was.
So I've seen some of the cards. I myself still want to play this game. Don't have it, but I've looked into it, and some of the cards can get a little. I mean, if there was a child looking at it, little Jimmy might get his panties in a twist.
Game without microtransactions or paid DLC, despite its poker aesthetic, zero interest in promoting gambling behavior unless you ask the Pan-European Gaming Information Rating System, which is rated at 18 plus. Ballatro's developer Local Thump took to X last week to tear it into the decision writing. Since Peggy gave us an 18 plus for rating for having evil cards, maybe I should add
Micro.
Yeah. Peggy rating for Ballatro very directly cites the game's use of poker mechanics as the problem, stating that it teaches you, by the way of images, information, and gameplay, skills and knowledge that are used in poker. That's what I'd said. This is the knowledge and skill that can be transferred into real life poker. So it's still bullshit though. Like honestly, like
it's like, oh no, they're teaching the kids how to play poker. What's going to happen when their grandpa tries to gamble them out of all of their lunch money now?
Yeah. Ballatro sucks.
What's wrong with learning how to play a game? Like playing a game is not. Here's the thing: what people don't understand. The problem with games that involve gambling isn't the game; it's the gambling. Like
exactly, it's the addiction part of the gambling.
You can play poker without playing it for money.
Yeah,
you can gamble with any game if you wanted to. I'm gonna go do some dollar and gambling.
Yeah,
shit.
You can gamble. Do rock paper scissors is a fucking.
Yeah, anything you put money on. Anything you put money on can be considered as gambling. You could do fucking snail races. That's considered gambling. Whichever snail wins gets the money. But yeah, I mean, shit. One of my favorite games is Luck Be a Landlord. It is literally a slot machine gambling game. It's great.
I learned how to kill demons playing Diablo 1 when I was 4-year-old. True.
God forbid Jimmy learn how to play poker.
Learning how to drive in EA Sports FC.
So wait, if that's a problem, then why wasn't Red Dead such a problem for so many people?
Well, Red Dead was 18 plus anyway.
Nah, that's true, but that doesn't stop Karen from buying it for her son.
Well, that doesn't stop anything either. The only problem with the 18 plus is now it's rated 18 plus on like Steam or whatever.
That's stupid.
So
unless you have an 18 plus account or what, like.
Yeah. First off, it like hides your games for, people that have parental controls like children, for one.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Two, if you don't like, I think for like 18 plus, here's the thing. Well, I don't know how Peggy works compared to like ESRB, because I know they're different. They're different companies. And ESRB has a separate rating for 18 plus that's separate from the mature rating. It's the adult rating.
Yeah.
And when you have that, then it is hidden content that you have to find usually in different stores that sell that specifically. I think Steam does have A-rated content as well.
They do.
And then, but yeah, I don't know how the fuck it works for Peggy, but like when you have an M-rated game at the store, the person, like the clerk has to inform your parent.
Not just that, but it used to be they had to card you if there's no parent.
Yeah. So that is like a thing. Also, yeah, like if you don't have like an overtly like, here's a person that looks like they're 50, right? Then you don't have to card them. But like if it's like, oh, like a 20-something-year-old comes in to like buy GTA, can I see an ID? It's a weird thing to have to do, and it turns off a lot of people from buying your game.
I had seen this. PlayStation Blog did their 2024 Game of the Year award stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like Stellar Blade took home a bunch of stuff in the PlayStation Blog. Best new character, best use of DualSense, best story, best soundtrack, studio of the year, graphical showcase, best audio design, and best PS5 game.
Good job, Stellar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was super stoked. I really enjoyed the game. I'm going to buy it again when it comes to PC. To me, it hit that like Devil May Cry hack and slashy niche that I liked.
I found it boring.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that last night.
Yeah, I might be alone in that, but like I tried playing it because I was like, at first I wasn't super interested because I played the demo for it, and it had issues. I'm gonna preface this by saying this: I'm fucking retarded. I'm extremely like detail oriented to the point where like little like tiny little details, I'll notice them and they'll bother me. Right? Like
I feel that.
if my fiance leaves the door open, I can feel the difference in pressure compared to what I'm used to with the door closed, and it bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very highly detail oriented, right? And
Uh-huh.
so a lot of like in the demo, there was like a lot of things that were wrong with the game. On like a really like minuscule scale, but for someone like me that like is like very acutely aware of those things and is used
It
to
was
playing
make
the
or break.
Souls games where they're like very, very tight in
Yeah.
all those like details, those small details. It bothers me a lot to the point where like I didn't want to play it, but they did actually end up fixing some of those.
So
I'm not, a lot of people got mad at me for criticizing like the demo, but here's the thing:
I didn't
the
play the
devs
demo.
acknowledged that was an issue and fixed half
Yeah.
the shit I was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't play the demo. I just
To those
I just
people
played
that
the.
bitched about me bitching about it. I have every right to.
Yeah, no,
It's a problem.
and you do.
Just because the problems don't bother you doesn't mean they're not problems.
Right. Well, and it was kind of the same. I kind of had the same but opposite issue with Wukong. But to me, like, so with I like Stellar Blade's combat better than Wukong's because there was like different combos you can do between light and heavy attacks that actually flowed together, and then like pause attacks where you attack again. You know, like if you hold it just half a second or whatever, like that's how you could flow combos. And then with the charge, like as you unlock more shit or whatever, you can do like more powerful stuff or whatever. But like with Wukong, it literally felt like the same, like push square 5 times, light attack, and then charge your heavy attack, run around till you can get your heavy attack off, and then dodge.
Yep.
And that literally was all it felt like. The magic to me was I would use the like the invisible like escape or whatever to like back up and heal up or whatever. And then I think I would use, there was another magic attack I would use that would like do damage, or the time stop or whatever.
The like freezing one.
Yeah, and then
I had like a setup, right, where it was like every fight I enter, I do these 4 magics in order, and then half the boss's HP is gone, and then the fight starts there, basically. Yeah. Which is like it's kind of fun to just go and just gang bang a boss with a bunch of monkeys, but like at the same time it gets old, so I do get what you mean. Yeah. My biggest issue with the game, because while the game was visually stunning, I fucking love that game, but I have so many issues with just like minor mechanics in the game, and just like again, I'm used to playing the Souls games, and the thing about with FromSoft is that FromSoft does not miss when it comes to like the tightness of their controls, their mechanics, the like small details. They've mastered that. Right? Like everything is tight, everything is perfect. You're not going to notice a misstep. Something I see in a lot of games that are in that same genre is that they just don't pay attention to. Is a really common one that bothers me a lot. This was a thing in what was the Pinocchio one? Lies of P.
Oh yeah.
The running and dodging animations are not in sync with the speed at which you're moving. Right? And it's a minuscule thing, right? But if you're paying attention to it and you notice it, it'll fucking bother you, because like you're watching the character run at a pace that is not, consistent with how fast you're going, and it looks off. And again, like it bothers me to a point where it makes me almost motion sick to look at it. Right? And so many fucking Souls game fuck that up. Either the character's too slow or it's all too floaty, right? So like it's like some of them, it's like the animation is slower than the speed, so it looks like you're like floating around the fucking map.
Oh yeah.
One of them that did that was Lord of the Fallen, the new one, the reboot. They did that. Lords of the Fallen. They had the floaty motion where you could do like a roll, but the character moves way further than it looks like in the animation, like they were supposed to. And it gives it a weird floaty feel.
Kind of like everything's been sprayed down with Vaseline or some shit.
Yeah. Like it it's fucking on. And it's really awkward, and that shit bothers me. Like, if you're gonna make a fucking game in like this new genre because it's popular or whatever,
Right.
don't just make the game and be like, it's done. There you go. It's a functional game. Your game has to be more than functional. It has to have polish to it.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people
At least for
selling
me
on
to
that.
like it.
Yeah, there's
You
a
know?
lot of people that are selling on that Souls-like mechanics. So yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
got in. I kind of hit
A lot
that
of the
with
modern
the.
ones don't have Souls-like mechanics. They're all Sekiro-likes.
Right, well,
Like,
when I say Souls-like, I mean like the bonfire. If you reset your
Yeah.
health, you reset the enemies. That
Yeah.
mechanic now is in almost everything.
Yeah.
The
Sekiro.
Jedi Fallen Order game that came out a while back, and then it did a sequel now. It was like that. Like if you meditated at a spot when you to regain your health potions or whatever, all the
And
enemies.
you.
And
Yeah.
that game is what made me swear off EA. I boycott EA now. After I bought that game, EA had pretty much already worn out its welcome with me anyway. And then I buy this game, and it runs like absolute garbage. And it's one of those where you have to perfect dodge or perfect parry things, and it fucking freeze frame, like frame drops on you in the middle of combat, and you're like, and then you die. You're like, what? I can't even fucking do the thing that the whole point of this game is to do these combat things, and I can't do them because you're such a broken piece of shit, you know. So yeah, and so I agree with you. Like the little things like that where it just doesn't quite work.
It really does make and break something.
Yeah. They're small things, but if there's enough of them wrong in unison, it's just like a snowball effect, dude.
It's just like when you're spending money, a couple of bucks here, a couple of bucks there. It doesn't seem like much until the end of the month when you've spent $500 on random bullshit at the store.
Yeah, it all adds up. But all I'm saying was like a lot of the games these days, but like they're not even going for like the Souls like RPG stuff. They're actually going for Sekiro like I've noticed. Like fucking we were just talking about Stellar Blade. That's Sekiro like.
Yeah.
Lies of P is not a Souls like. It's a Sekiro like.
Stellar Blade to me is more like a God of War, 3D action / hack and slash more than it is.
I kind of see that.
You know what I mean? That's the way and honestly, that's the way I felt about Black Myth Wukong. It was like a God of War style game.
Have you played Sekiro?
I remember I was talking about I got fucking hard locked with the ogre or whatever, and I fucking rage quit.
I was gonna say like a lot of those games have the same mechanics as like Sekiro does. Like they're very, very similar. Where it's just like it's mostly parry focused. You can dodge, but it's mostly parry focused. And there's like special like they straight up have like the Makiri counter in Stellar Blade, where it's like you have to dodge forward or back depending on like the color. So that you can get basically like a grab on the enemy.
Yeah.
Right. That's a Sekiro thing.
Okay.
Yep, that's a Sekiro thing. So like Stellar Blade is a Sekiro like. Rise of the Ronin is a Sekiro like.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's straight up a Sekiro like.
I like Rise of the Ronin though, as far as like it had so many like each weapon, like there's several different weapons, and then there's several different like styles to fight with in each weapon. Like the katana itself has like 15 different fighting stance and styles that all play differently.
It's really cool.
It's really neat. I want to go back and play it, but I play so much on my PC. Like I don't think about turning my PlayStation on that much.
Yeah, I think I just got burnt out on playing fucking Sekiro. Like I played Lies of P because like I think chat paid me to play it, so I played through all of it, and I played the fucking Stellar Blade demo, or I think the main game. I can't remember what was it lined up with that, but I did play that. And then I played Rise of the Ronin, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking tired of fucking like parry timing games. Fuck off. Leave me alone. None of you are Sekiro. The thing that makes Sekiro good is the fact that the parry timing is entirely rhythm based. It's not random, just assert visual and try to time it. It's entirely rhythm based.
The best part about Rise of the Ronin was if you could kill people before you had to fucking parry them. You know what I mean? Like if you level your fighting style up enough where you could kill them before you
just go up them and just go bam, 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 they're dead.
Yeah. The Ryu style where it's like you blade slash and it's like super fast strikes. That's the one I ran because I could kill most people before they try to counterattack. But the boss fights in it To me, it was so weird too because like you would do the block and then it has this like stamina bar that would go down, and then once it got down, then you could actually start damaging the boss. Otherwise, they're just fucking bouncing around. I didn't like that in the boss. I didn't like the boss fights in Rise of the Ronin. You know what I mean? Like it was very much that rhythm game, parry, 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 parry.
I actually in Rise of the Ronin really early on, because I was trying like 100% every area before I move on to the next one. And I entered this one fucking cave with apparently it's like a hidden boss for like the late game that would like 2-shot me.
Oh shit!
And bro had like a bajillion HP, and I basically spent the rest of that like session just raging and trying to beat him because I am someone that like if I genuinely think I can beat something and it's up to my skill for the most part, if I don't think it's entirely luck, or if I think the amount of luck required is minuscule enough that like I could theoretically do it if I just keep like smashing my head against the wall, then I will continue to smash my head against the wall. I will do the same thing over and over and over again until I get lucky. Basically. And that's what happened. I spent like an hour or so just fighting that guy over and over and over and over and over again.
I live streamed.
I beat him.
I live streamed Black Myth Wukong and the sand desert, that fucking rat thing, dude. So this is
when I beat that guy. I immediately told Chad, I was like, this is gonna be the filter.
Yeah. So here's a clip of me in the middle of fighting this guy. I had to break my controller. I was so fucking mad at that game.
Yeah, dude, that was tough. You know what's crazy? I told chat that boss was gonna be the filter, and then I found out later that apparently there was a special item I was supposed to get to make that boss easier.
I had to go back and get the item.
Then like make the fucking tornado go away. Yeah, I went back to get the item just because I wanted like 100% everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that until I was like basically done with the game. And I was just going back and doing stuff I missed.
So
just enough to drive you insane.
What's the thing? So like there was several items like that I missed for bosses, and people were like, "Wait, what do you mean you don't have this? You're this far in the game." It's like, yeah. It's like, how'd you beat this guy? By hitting him?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, like you get the fire cloth rag thing or whatever to fight the bear, which I don't even know if I even used it. You know what I mean? Like I really don't think I even used
that. I did use. What comes to mind is the big scorpion guy. That's just one.
Yeah, see, that was the guy I quit on. Like I lost him. Like I fought him. I got him all the way down to like
the big scorpion guy at the end.
Not the very.
Not at the end, but like near the end.
The spider. You go through the whole spider village, and he's the boss. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I lost to him. Like, and I was just like, I'm just done. I'm done, and I just I stopped.
Apparently, there's an item you have to get to basically make it so that you don't suffer like reduced HP during his boss fight.
Yeah, his poison bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I just beat him. That's another one that chat was like, how'd you do it? And I was like, I just hit him. I dodged and I hit him. What do you mean?
Rock transformation. Yeah, so in the sand rat fight, that was where the game really started getting me, because I would do a perfect dodge and it would make that sound when you would do a perfect dodge, and then they would still fucking hit me. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to, like if you do it perfectly, you like teleport behind them, and then the motherfucker still hits me. And then he'd do that stupid throw move where he would kick you up in the air. He would like fucking football punt you up in the air.
Yeah.
And he would fucking heat seek me. He would start that animation. I would roll and dodge around him, and then he would fucking like
spin the
teleport around and kick me still. I'm like, what the fuck is that heat seeking bullshit? What the fuck was that? Scorpion guy was terrible. Funny that he helps you in the chicken boss if you don't fight him. Huh. Are you talking about the Scorpion guy helps you in the chicken boss? Well, yeah, the rat guy helps you fight the giant bug too. It's a weird game. Like, you know what I mean? Like I fought this boss. I hated this thing. And then you go and get the item, and you end up fighting alongside him to fight the giant bug thing to get the item to fight him. I'm like, I hate you. I want to kill you now. Like,
Yeah. Why are you
Well, I
here?
have backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's really fucking retarded. The way that
Yeah.
they make the special item to fight the boss a secret. Like, the way they did secrets in that game is fucking stupid and
Yeah,
just
because
completely counter to, like, any sort of logical form of progression.
the
Because, like,
exploration
again,
sucked, though. That was the problem.
yeah, they like, yeah, it really did. The exploration was fucking terrible. Like, like
Yeah.
I get they want to do all these secrets, but here's the thing: you can't just have a secret
Yeah.
and hope that people wander upon it. There has to be some sort of like puzzle
Yeah.
that has to be
Yeah.
presented in order to discover the secret.
No
Right?
puzzles. There was no like fucking
the whole
platforming
thing-
sections.
Yeah, the whole thing with like the dragons, where you have to start the quest line with the dragons, you have to go and bust a wall that's part of one of the boss fights. But if you don't just happen to have knocked the boss into that wall during that fight, and then the wall, crumbles and you see
Yeah.
the secret path, you have to go out of your way to use a specific ability, not even like one of the ones that you normally regularly can do, just like a very specific summon ability, right? Transformation ability on a particular spot on the wall that looks exactly the same the whole way from left to right to break it. There's no sort of hint that that's there.
Yeah.
It's just, did you look up the video or did you get lucky because you just happened, to knock it?
Bro, I
during the
hate
fight?
games like that.
It's
See, that
fucking
was-
retarded. It's fucking
that was-
stupid. And that's like to start a major quest line in the game.
Yeah.
That helps you get other
Bro,
things.
you can't
for
hide
later
major
on.
quest lines like that.
That was
There are
what,
some people who are just too dumb to ever
It's
look it up, like
insane.
me.
that was why that's why I rated it so badly, is because like it was, to me, it was 33%. It was a third of a game. Now, granted, that 33% was amazing. The graphics, the visuals and stuff were really good. The combat, I liked the combat, even though it got repetitive. Like, I did like it at the beginning. I liked a lot of the things, but like it just feels like they left out so much shit.
Yeah.
They either forgot or they didn't have time to or whatever. They just pushed it out. I don't really know, but like,
Yeah. Another thing I have an issue with is that if you want to have a game that's all about like exploration and like encouraging the players to like hit every
Yeah.
wall to find secrets and blah 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 blah, you can do
And you
that.
need to encourage that.
Well, it's not even that. It's just you can do that. You can have that game be like, hey, guys, go around and hit every wall because there's secrets and stuff, right? Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. You can't do that in a game where you're actively discouraging the players from checking every corner by making an invisible wall everywhere.
yeah,
You're
Yeah, there's
conditioning me to believe that, like, oh, there's like a line of trees.
Yeah, I'm
I
like-
probably can't go there.
yeah. Why do I even
Right.
want to run up there and just to?
Oh, there's a cliff. I probably can't drop there. I never know. I never know if I can drop down a cliff or not. If it's
Yeah.
part of the map or not. There's like no sort of indication, and it makes it feel incredibly overwhelming to
Yeah.
like explore the map when you don't know where the map fucking ends. You know the
Yeah.
fucking ice lake
Yeah,
where you fight
Ice
like
lake.
the dragon, like the ice
Mhm.
dragon?
Yeah.
There's nothing out there, but you can explore all that. You can just walk around over there. There's no invisible wall anywhere.
Yeah,
You
that
can go
motherfucker pissed
all
me
the
off
way
too.
across the lake. I did that. I went all the way across the lake thinking there must be something out here for me to do. Nope. It's entirely empty. I explored all the way around the lake. It's fucking massive. It's way bigger than it needs to be for that boss fight. Way
Yeah.
bigger than it needs to be.
Well,
But
and
the
that's the
entire
thing.
thing is explorable for no good reason.
And that's the thing. Like, you constantly fight. Like, that was the flying enemy, right? You're constantly fighting these enemies that are just fucking. They will literally. That map is massive, and that motherfucker will jump all the way across it and start
Oh.
shooting fucking icicles at you or whatever. And you don't have any range. There's no ranged ability. Period. You don't have. There's nothing like even just like a simple throw fucking rocks at this damn thing. Nothing. There's no range abilities to try to attack with or whatever. Like, it was
Speak for
literally you hit it
yourself.
with a fucking stick.
I had a bow lady that I can transform into to shoot once.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, you had a bow. There was the one assassin that would like throw a knife or some shit like that. But it was like, and it had
They
like
also
a
had a limit.
6
They also
minute
had, like, a range
cooldown or
limit.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, they had a fucking range limit too.
yeah. It was so ridiculous. Like I said, that was what aggravated me the most about that game. And then that fucking flying dragon. Right after I raged at the stupid sand rat, the flying dragon was the next boss. And then
Yeah.
it would just like you would run for fucking 30 seconds sprint across the map, dodging his attacks and shit as he's shooting icicles at you. As soon as you get to him, you go to hit him, and then he fucking flies to the other side of the goddamn map. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, how is this fun? Like, you just run the whole time. Fighting mobs sucked because you'd have to lock onto the mob. If you didn't lock onto an enemy, you couldn't fucking hit them.
Yeah, you'd like hit over them and shit.
Yeah, but it just swing around.
Were like really good for a game that doesn't have good tracking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing that really pissed me off. The even when you're locked on, the like fully charged so you get an ability later on, right? Like way later in the game, where the like poking stance, right? Where you like the big poke, bing, that thing. You can basically do it immediately without having to charge if you do it after a dodge, and if you have 4, tier 4, right?
Yeah.
Which is like the max tier for it, right? You could dodge and then do it. Unless you happen to dodge forward, they're straight at the enemy. If you dodge left or right, there's a pretty good chance that for even no reason, even though you're locked in, you'll shoot it out in a random fucking direction instead of shooting it at the enemy.
Yeah.
And
I don't get it.
Well, I spent a while charging that. That's part of my main damage.
Yeah.
If I and that shit will cost you a run.
And then
between that and the fucking problem with the buttons just not working. Like there'd be times where I'm spamming a button, right? Like I'm trying to get an ability to go off, right? And I've got the perfect timing for it. Like this is the moment where I'm gonna hit him. And then it doesn't come off, so I'm spamming the button. I've clicked like 3 or 4 times where it does finally come out, and by that point, the enemy's dodged it, or they've moved, right? Yeah. Like, but God, like that pissed me off to the point where I was literally at the final boss fight. I fought everything, just had the final boss left. I fought all the secret bosses. I fought all the fucking like really difficult guys. Like I fought everything. All I had left was the final boss, right? And I rage quit. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm done. Fuck this! I don't want to play this anymore. This is aggravating." And what's annoying is I don't feel like I'm fighting against the game. Like I feel like I'm fighting against the developers. I'm not. The difficulty is not that the game is hard; it's the game is broken, and it takes me out of the game every time that I'm reminded this is a game because my controller is the issue. Like the controls don't fucking function because the fucking the move doesn't go the way I want it to. Your game has to be tight to the point where when I have an intent and I know how to execute that intent, the character performs that intent. If I'm pressing buttons to do something and the character does something fucking different or doesn't do the thing I'm commanding it to do, it takes me out of the game and it completely ruins the experience immediately. So I was like, I'm not fun with this. I'm fucking sick of this. It's fucking broken. And the fight demands for this to not happen.
Yeah.
So I'm just done. Fuck this.
Yes.
So I quit. I never finished that game. I was losing the final boss. The final phase of the final boss.
Yeah, that's right. I quit at the scorpion thing, and then but then you also have to build into getting hit. You know what I mean? Because you have to do your heavy attacks through attacks, or and you have to skill point into being able to tank damage while you're executing your heavy attacks to be able to stun them. Because otherwise, they'll just attack you through everything. You know what I mean?
I went full glass cannon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but there were skills if you or armors or whatever. If you're doing a heavy attack during the heavy attack, you take less damage or whatever.
Yeah, and they stun them and stuff. Yeah. There's stuff like that.
So to me, like I said, it was a weird, great potential, but I said you play as a fucking monkey that doesn't climb anything. There's no. Give me a double jump.
Climbing. There's no double jump. Yeah, there's nothing in the game where you play as a monkey. On the contrary, there's invisible walls everywhere.
Yeah, and then to me, you have Yoing Bow or whatever is the name of that staff, right? The extendable staff, dude. If you could use that to pole vault, if that was added as a mechanic to pole vault across fucking gaps and shit or whatever,
or even to just get better aerial attacks.
Well, you could set up on one of the attacks was it would lift you up in the air and you would be above the enemies and you'd slam down. But other than that,
old bug staff from Monster Hunter, aerial bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Pops you up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, to me, like lot of potential in the game.
I think-
Everybody was pissy that it didn't win Game of the Year, but like I don't think it.
No,
deserved
yeah,
it.
I do agree with that. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that game would have been fixed if they gave him spiky yellow hair and key blasts.
Well, there was a
No,
mod you could
no
make him.
problems.
You can make him Goku.
That would have fixed all
Yeah.
the problems. I'm just saying, all the range attacks, boom, you got him. It's over.
I mean, he's a monkey. You could at least let him throw some poop or something as a range attack. Fuck's sake.
yeah, literally anything would have been nice, but
Yeah.
alas. Yeah, I don't know, man. That game had issues. I played through those issues all the way to the end, and then I got to the point where I was just sick of it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not having fun. This is just enraging me because it's not up to me whether or not I win. It's up to the game whether or not it lets me.
Yeah, and then I bought the deluxe edition, which gives you like an extra outfit and a different staff, and you use it for all of 10 minutes, and then you level out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as you get the first piece of armor, or whatever,
I
it's better
hate-
than the DLC
I
shit you buy.
hate games that do that, dude. I hate games where it's
Yeah.
like the number go up system.
Yeah.
It pisses me off. I'm so tired of it. Like,
That's why I like how Elden Ring was like the weapons mattered if you spec'd into them. You know,
yeah,
like,
you
used
pick
it.
what you want and you
Yeah.
level it up. Yeah, that's what I like about the Souls games is because
Yeah.
like you choose what you want to use, and like as you go into the game, you'll find cooler weapons that might be better for what you're specking into. But that's fine.
Right.
You can just use it and then level it up, or you can still keep your old one and enchant it. You know, make it better. Like a lot of
Yes.
the best weapons in the Souls games and even in Elden Ring are the standard weapons that don't come with any abilities, and instead of like, and you basically spec into what you want to build that weapon into by enchanting it. And those will typically do more damage
Personalize
than like
that
the
bitch.
specialized. Yep, those will typically do more damage than like the boss weapons or the special weapons or the blah blah blah. Like that's typically like what's best in those games, and it's for good reason.
I agree. I don't like this false leveling system, adding difficulty to these things where it's like, oh, now there's a leveling. Now you got to find a level this or that gear score bullshit to progress to the next area of the game. I hate
why
that system.
I fucking
That
hated the Elden Ring
Ubisoft went with everything. Every game they fucking had went to that system. They did it with fucking Ghost Recon. They fucking did it. They did
Yep.
it in Assassin's Creed. They did it in fucking Far Cry. Like every game they had went to that fucking like open world map, but there's a level 10 thing up here. You can't go do the last thing or whatever. We're not going to. It's false open world, so it's linear, but they hide it behind this giant open map or whatever. But it's still a linear game. You can't fucking not do it. You know.
Yeah, you have to do things in a very specific order because you're not
Yeah.
half level. And those humans over there, those humans, they eat bullets for breakfast. All right, you can't see those guys.
They got
they eat bullets, and then bullets do extra damage, so you're dead.
Yeah,
actually.
they got the special armor where your gray gun doesn't do as much as your blue gun will do. You know what I mean? Like your blue level gun or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I hate it. I hate that fucking thing that
Those
they're doing.
fuckers
with
eat
games.
9mm, dude. You gotta find the 50.
Well, that's the thing. You can if you find a 9mm that's level 4 or whatever, it does this. It does way more damage and it'll penetrate armor and shit. But like the level 1 9mm, it won't do shit.
Yeah. You don't have enough powder in your fucking bullets, guy. You gotta level up to get more powder in there. You know. Don't you know these humans over here in that area over there? Those humans, their skin is stronger.
Yeah, they're way
balls.
beefier. Yeah. So crazy, man. It's just a weird system, and honestly, like
it's really weird to have bullet sponging in a game where everyone is human.
Ubisoft is
Takes place on like Earth. It's so fucking weird.
The Division or whatever. That was the worst.
I blame Destiny for that. I think Destiny really
but at least
popularized that. and
Destiny
made it,
felt like even if you had like elite enemies that took more damage or whatever, if you still like hit them like 3 or 4 headshots, you'd pop their head. Like it didn't feel like you had to dump 7,000 rounds of M60 ammo into a human wearing a fucking flak jacket or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Destiny made sense, which I like. And also,
Yeah.
again, like a lot of the this boss is like a bullet sponge. Yeah, but it's also a giant fucking space rhino in massive fucking armor. By the way, you know what's crazy? Those guys aren't actually as big or fat as they look. Most of their armor, the thing with them is that they're full of air. because the planet that they're on, the pressure is like the planet they live on has
Outer
like
worlds is
huge
Yeah.
pressure, like really like high pressure planet. So when they come to places like Earth, where the pressure is lower than their planet, their bodies get like thick. So their suits actually just full of air, like pressurized air, to like keep their bodies pressurized.
Oh, it's
Which
like
I think is pretty neat.
how
Yeah.
humans actually should be too, because different pressures and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like that's like the lore behind like those guys, and
About-
they're fucking like suits are like these like massive, beefy, like heavy padded things. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm shooting that guy in the face a bajillion times. So what? He's a big,
Yeah.
beefy boy, beefy spaceman. He's not a human fucking being.
Yeah.
You know, when you go fight
Yeah.
the human beings in PvP, they die on like 2 headshots, as they should.
That always blew me away. Yeah, Division, I hated. That's one of the
They
main
die in
things
2
about Division.
headshots, just like Boeing whistleblowers.
Nemo, did your power go out again?
Yeah, I don't know if someone was cooking or what, but basically the power went out. My brother wound up running downstairs and turning it on as fast as he could, though. So we's back.
Sweet. Just didn't get your
Yeah.
camera turned back on.
I didn't fucking feel like fighting with it.
No, I don't blame you. It's fine. It's
It can
fine.
lay there and be
Not a
depressed
problem.
on its face.
You guys want to watch some trailers?
Show.
Yeah.
So we got this one here looked pretty cool. Center Mass Streets of Ramadi.
By the way, Hazard.
I'm a sucker for milsims. I enjoy a lot of milsim type games. I don't play a
It
lot
very
of
much
them,
depends for me.
but to me, like you need a good squad, and most of my gaming buddies never stick around on games long enough for me to get into them. But I enjoy the aesthetics of them anyway.
Mhm.
Oh, we'll check this one out.
There's a reason for that. Put you under relentless pressure. Coal crushed you to a diamond. When you're out there, we can't afford anything less. You aren't ready to make it. You don't belong here.
Target at 12.
Fucking sniper game. Let's go.
Estimating 1,300 yards.
This is actually a game that I've been wanting. Like I've been dreaming of a game to do a like
Ready.
major sniping
Dial
stuff in.
environment Right for windage.
You ever
That's
played
cool.
Sniper Elite?
There's actually like dialing and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and I
the
played
thing is,
Sniper Elite. I
Elite's
like
cool,
those games, but I wanted
but it
more,
doesn't
one
have
more.
this.
Milsim.
Valid.
Breathe, focus, squeeze.
This
For
is
me
this
personally,
is fucking
it's-
cool.
Bottom of your
Like
exit.
personally, for me, it's too much. My tiny brain cannot handle it. But for those who have been
You
waiting
are
for this,
smart.
bro, I hope it is everything that y'all are hoping for.
I hope so
Nothing else
too.
matters.
I
But the thing is,
personally,
like,
I just love Sniper Elite because I get to watch the slow mos.
yeah, same. I fucking love Sniper Elite games. But the thing is, like, Sniper Elite and like Sniper Ghost Warrior, even, which tried to like really do the same thing.
Opera House. Visual
Like
on target.
both those games,
Copy.
they do it in a way that's like trying to mimic real life, but it isn't real life, and it just makes it feel more obnoxious rather than like genuine. It doesn't feel like a simulator. It feels like a gimmick.
It
that makes
does.
any
It feels like a bunch of stage performers on a really, really big stage.
Yeah. Like it's like, oh yeah, you have to do all these things when you're a sniper, but actually don't do any of them. Just aim a little higher and hope that that's good enough. You know? Like
Oh yeah,
it's-
you're talking about the leads or whatever. Yeah,
yeah. It's just like
I
don't know,
liked
man.
Sniper Elite was fun. It had because you were more like a secret agent than you were. You're like a one man
Yeah, like,
saboteur kind of thing. And then there was a cool like if you bust a generator while the generator's making all kinds of noise, you shoot in. between,
Yeah.
like, so that's how you quiet your shots or whatever. Or when planes
God,
are
I
flying
love
over.
busting generators.
yeah.
So, it was a neat concept. I do like
I
the
love
Sniper Elite
busting
game.
nuts between the legs of my enemies in slow mo,
Yeah.
especially
Shoot.
Hitler, because then it's not nuts; it's just nut.
I dropped a submarine on
Zombie
Hitler.
Army Trilogy.
No, something I think it was Sniper Elite 2. You could kill Hitler.
Oh.
And also in 4,
Actually, I
there's
think yeah, in 4 they had a secret mission. Yeah.
there's a secret mission.
Kill him
I
as
drop
well.
a submarine on him.
Nice.
He's like touring a submarine base, and like he walks underneath it, and I drop.
Yeah,
a
in all
submarine.
those games, if you shoot him in the nut, there's only one.
Oh.
no.
He
I
has,
did not
yeah,
know
he,
that.
he has
More
a,
accurate.
Yeah, he has a unique testicle model. I think is really funny.
That's pretty funny.
I never did get around to being able to kill him on Zombie Army Trilogy. So close, though.
I want to play that with people.
Then play it with me, you shit!
I didn't fucking know you had it.
You have Steam. You can see who has what. I can do
don't
the
go
same
into
thing.
I don't go into everybody's thing because I'm afraid I'm finding their porn stash.
Do it, Snoop. I dare you.
You go on you check and it's like all their fucking furry porn games on Steam.
Right.
Oh my god, I actually got sent one of those because I was like, there's no way. And my friend was like, oh, by the way, here you go.
Whoa! This person plays them too?
And he's like,
This
no,
looks-
you can't judge me. It's in your files.
This game looks really cool. Like I'm really kind of I want to play this.
This does look really good.
Perfection is your new norm.
Especially if you can like you set up your fucking hive or whatever on top of a building and then you fucking camp out for a long time or something.
Sniper nest.
Yeah, you build your fucking nest. Like if it's just like here's the thing, wait for the guy to come in and take the shot. I mean, that'd be a cool visual to play with or whatever. But like if you actually in the mechanics you find like I'm going to take this building. We're going to set up our nest here. We're going to be looking at this because he's supposed to be coming in from the east or whatever. You know.
Yeah, I would not mind a game where you just have to wait.
Under intense pressure.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean,
Not mind
I
a
would
game
still
where
play the
actually
game where you
play
just had to
sniper.
wait, but
Remember,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I would not mind a game where like the game is like again, like, if it's gonna be a simulator, it has to be a good simulator, right?
Yeah.
If it's gonna be a good simulator, right? Like if you're playing a fishing sim, bro, I swear to God, I catch fish faster in real life than I do in fishing sims.
yeah. Yeah.
Like they're fucking slow, right? But again, if you're gonna make like a simulator for like a sniper game, do it like that. Do it like you go like the night before, and you're gonna set up your nest, like where you're gonna be, and like where you're gonna like sleep for the night, right? And then you have like a there's like a bed. You go, it's like okay, sleep for the night. Yeah, cool. You sleep for the night, and then you wake up in the morning, and then you start waiting. And it's just like
Yeah.
it's just people watching the video game until the guy shows up and you shoot him,
Right.
Yeah.
and then boom, mission over. Extract.
Jarati.
Like that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, that was my idea. Like, I had this idea rolling around in my head of like the title would be like Target Rich Environment, and you basically play a mercenary who gets hired to do these sniper kills or whatever. And it's a giant open world map, kind of like Ghost Recon or whatever. And then it's like he's going to be in this town, and you have to like do research to figure out like what house he's going to frequent or whatever. And then you set up your sniper nest. And then you can hit a button or whatever, and time will fast forward until
It's like the moment when he's gonna come out.
Yeah, until like he's supposed to be here at 5 or whatever. So you get set up like days before, and then you fast forward time, and then you wait, and you're watching up his a window for him to walk in front of or whatever to take the shot. That would be that's a cool
That'd be
concept.
cool.
Yeah, and then you have
It's like The Witcher, but in real life.
yeah, and then you have like a quirky
You have
like
like fucking like meditation mode, and then you meditate.
yeah, you have like a quirky side like a intel person feeding you intel or whatever and taking your jobs for you, and that would be awesome. That's the kind of sniper game I want to play. This game might be like that. I'm super curious. Like this looks really good.
Center mass.
I want to wish list it on Steam.
I like that it's called center mass. I feel like people are always like, "Oh my god, yeah, the sniper gets a headshot." It's like, no, with the sniper rifle, you typically want to go for center mass because it's going to easily do enough damage to kill them. It's a much bigger target.
Much harder to miss.
Yeah.
Maximum entertainment. Sweet. Center mass.
It's a much bigger target, and it's more than enough damage.
All right. Speaking of furries, there was a furry trailer that popped up. I watch all of these trailers because this is how I react to this shit. Because I think it's hilarious.
Hey, yo!
You can have a snack.
Yeah, sure
You can
can.
Ah! This actually looks really cute.
This is cute.
Look
What
at
do
the
we
cock
call-
on that one.
We still need to do a watch party for the
Dude, that's the
Awesome.
fucking wait. That's the fucking
Yeah.
bubble game where you
that everyone used to play as a kid. I still
Yeah,
got a
the
couple of
little
those games. I
handheld
just need to put
bubble.
more water in them.
Threefold recital.
It looks cute. I like it.
It's out in January 14th.
Sangjang Kitan.
Indie Nova. Anything left? No. Yeah, cool. What was the other one you were? What were you saying, Nemo? Watch what?
But
You were talking about something when this started. I didn't hear you.
I don't know.
Talking about a fairy game we need to watch or something. You forgot. That's what happens when you have a bee for a co-host.
Fuck you.
Memory of a bee.
Ah!
So okay, so this is Exodus, the Traveler. So we were talking about the secret levels. So the Exodus was one of the secret level shows. I finished them all today. I watched all of them.
Oh yeah, I watched this last night.
And then
I
the
also
Exodus was
rewatched
one.
the fucking the Warhammer one. It's so good. It's so good.
I need to rewatch that one. That one was really good. But the Exodus one, so people were talking about like this is like Mass Effect if they didn't go fucking DEI woke bullshit. So people were, so I've been seeing people like praising this game. So I'm curious to see what it's going to be like. Exodus official The Traveler's Creed gameplay.
Preparing to transfer now. This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it.
What?
This is cool. Holy visual effects. My eyes.
Oh, what the fuck?
Loaded weapon is a hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
We're burning time. Now that we're all
The faces look really good.
rich, I'm not just here to look pretty.
Yeah,
You got away with
That was cool.
that was cool.
Fucking Space Bear, let's go.
Oh my god! Oh, you have
Yeah,
to
the
kill
one got a fucking
bear.
space tiger in the show.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Oh,
potential of this new partnership.
poor Baloo.
I like the character designs.
Same. That takedown was lame.
Fucking
Frog!
You should have been honest. This place is forbidden.
The gunplay looks good.
The price is death. That's what it means to be a traveler.
Shoot her in the tits.
There's some fucking like Bioshocky powers or whatever you can get. Like,
That doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
become the Traveler. ExodusGame.com. Xbox Series X.
I have
PS5.
one question. Is it gonna have character creation?
I don't know. So I'd be curious to look back into. I think it's going to be more like Mass Effect, where maybe you do have character creation over your player character, but it could be just told from that guy's Luke or whatever his name was perspective. I don't know. I'm
Wait,
curious.
is it Wizards of the Coast?
What was that?
Who's down there? This is a Wizards of the Coast thing?
Exodus is a registered trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Yes.
Okay, then. Well, that's new. I'm so
Huh.
used to them taking L's at this point. I'm shocked that they're on anything that looks decent.
Yeah. I hate that they have these. I can't get rid of this shit. I hate that. The fucking window like, blocks
Yeah.
half the fucking thing, and then you can't click on anything to make it go away. Fuck you, YouTube.
They used to have a way where you were actually able to remove that.
Remove the
I wish they would bring
embeds.
it back.
ExodusGame.com. There's more here too, so maybe we'll check that out. This may be a character creator kind of thing here because they're all kind of looking the same direction. So maybe these are some examples of what you can play as. Maybe, I don't know. This is speculation.
Possibly. That'd be kind
Yeah.
of cool. I
Well,
mean,
what
they
was
do leave it
tattoo?
kind of open-ended with the
A
title.
space zombie.
Become
Yeah.
the Traveler.
Yeah.
These are like metallic tattoo
Go to the thing. Go to the
things.
thing. Go to the thing. I want to
Go to
see
the-
more.
Go to the website. All right, hang on.
Eh.
Yeah.
Hang
My
on.
interest is piqued.
All right, Become the Traveler.
My
Join now.
eyes.
A new AAA science fiction action adventure role-playing game and franchise from Archetype
Role-playing game?
Entertainment.
Oh boy.
Prologue intro. Become a founder. No, I'm good. The Awakened Bear. The Awakened have a long history of contributions to our world, and look how familiar in the origin to your awakened neighbors. The Archivir. Celestials are not big on compassion. One look at the Archivir will tell you that much. So the Awakened Raven.
Wait. On the top is his characters. See if that the Traveler. Yeah.
You are the Traveler. You are June.
Damn it!
The heir of Oren Aslan, legendary traveler, renegade of stars, 100 secrets, alien technology, the gift of neural induction from your mother, Ava, born of celestial heritage. You are able to interact with celestial technology, unlike other humans. Let's click more here.
You're Star-Lord.
Yeah, basically. Orion, your father, has realized Ladon is slowly dying, succumbing to an ancient celestial technovirus. You are humanity's last hope. That child is you. You are the key to everything. Your destiny. I'm wondering if it says where you can actually create your June. You know, that's why I was wondering if it's like your.
Yeah, if June can be like a girl or a guy.
June is Shepard. You know, from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Be Fem Shep or whatever. So we got some characters that are unlocked. We got more characters coming soon.
Do they say the gender for June during like the intro? The heir.
Orion and Ava sired a child genetically engineered to bridge the worlds of humans, celestials, humanity's last hope. That child is you. It doesn't say
baby.
boy or girl. Your destiny is to leave to fight humanity's travel on interstellar missions, edge of light speed, days for decades. Days for you are decades for friends and loved ones back home. Entire lifetimes made. So this is like an interstellar thing.
Yeah. That was something they showed up like in the whole
the
show. Yeah. The whole like time thing. Like the dad's like chasing his daughter, but for some reason his daughter just arrives in places way faster than he does, and then spends like a bajillion years there.
Yeah.
While he's trying to get there like super slowly, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't really age much at all while she's aging the whole time. It's kind of
weird. Because she gets these places like instantly, I guess, and just spends years there while he's traveling.
Yeah, you will be forced to make sacrifices, putting everyone you love at risk. That's kind of a cool thing. Like if you choose to go somewhere and then everybody will age out before you get back or whatever, it can be kind of cool. Your choices will have far-reaching consequences. Many will be impacted based on the decades that have passed in your absence. You may find that you have harmed or helped your loved ones, but you cannot predict the outcomes you create in the abyss of time. The fate of those you love and your entire civilization hangs in the balance. How much are you willing to sacrifice? It doesn't say, it doesn't give you a gender or anything. So yeah, definitely could be a Shepard from Mass Effect style. You create your character and you will play June, and June could be male or female or whatever.
I think that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
This
looks really good. I am not I've never played Mass Effect. I'm not a huge space guy, Space Odyssey style thing. I guess cool I do like it, but this definitely has me interested for sure. This has my interest peaked.
Something I've always found interesting, the fact that like time as a concept,
like that one game bear in space.
Time as we know it only like applies on Earth. Outside of Earth, time applies differently, and this is like a real life phenomenon too, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah. So here's like the timeline: negative 22 AD, or 22 AD Dawn era, 18,000 AD, 24,000 AD, 30,000. Giant timeline. This is the whole story lore. If you're interested in that, like to me, this would be cool to read up on. But like, I'm kind of in. Maybe I just want to learn while I play the game.
Yeah. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely something I might get, like, because I'm someone that, like, if the story's interesting enough, I will get invested in lore. And
Yeah.
this is something that has genuinely piqued my interest. I really hope the game's good, so that my
Yeah.
interest is
Same.
then validated by the good gameplay, and then I actually go back and start reading all this shit and be
Yeah,
like, oh
I
my
mean,
God, lore.
yeah,
It's
be
so good.
skeptical of everything these days. But yeah, no, this
Yeah.
does looks really good. I was kind of curious about that. There was another one of the secret level episodes or whatever it was with the Chinese style one where the kid was playing Reversey or whatever that game was. It was with the white and black stones.
Yeah,
Oh,
king of something.
Yeah, but there was been a Chinese game where you like jump and fly around and like you run across fucking water and shit. Like a kung fu Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon esque game.
yeah.
I've been seeing. I saw like a brief trailer for it. I don't remember what the fuck it was called, so I can't even look it up. But I'm wondering. That was like, what was that? Something of Kings, right? Secret level thing?
That sounds familiar, but I can't place what the rest of it is.
I have it open. Let me see if I can find it.
Secret level episodes.
No.
Honor of Kings was the name of that one.
There you go.
So I'm wondering if that was the. Honor of Kings is a mobile game. It's a MOBA. Okay, fuck that. It's not the thing I was thinking, apparently. Fucking MOBA, fuck that. Never mind.
Oh no! Call me not surprised.
Never mind. All right. So we watched a trailer a couple weeks ago, Nemo. That kind of looked like Fallout style, like words would come up like, "Oh, you do this with your machine thing or whatever," but it never showed any gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the actual official trailer.
Oh, speaking of trailers, just off the cuff, apparently Catley wound up putting a trailer out. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah, well we can watch it. We can pull it up. So this is a Sin Duality Echo of Ada. So this was kind of a cool little girl and her mech thing. I think this may be a mobile game too.
And off the field.
Are you sure?
Give your Magus the gift
We can't say.
of all year.
Oh fuck!
Yay.
I forgot.
Yay.
Hang on.
Your Magus does a lot for you, both on and off the field.
Wait, you're what? What's he said?
Your Magus. Magus.
Dreaming of
I was like, huh?
the base could use a little sprucing up, don't you think? This
Turlet.
station just won't do. Nothing nicer than a clean tub. Why hoard this?
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is happening?
Live a little.
I don't know, but I'm curious.
This looks Korean.
Show
But,
your surface where
Wait,
words
what'd she say?
Madam? She said, I know what you did. You will not survive. Excuse the fuck out of me?
Yeah, I heard that too. That whisper.
Like a cutesy, like Korean game.
Well, that's why I said like the adverts. The last one was like these like Fallout style, like that 60s kind of. And this is what this sounds like too. Like, check this out as you upgrade your base and all this stuff, and then it goes real dark.
Yeah, something like an ad.
You know what you did. You had to survive.
You have to survive.
Okay.
You know what you did.
Give them a home base to call.
Well, this is for sure a mobile game.
It's not.
Open network tests. Sin Duality Echo of Ada. Digital only pre-order
Okay,
bonus
then.
extended.
Oh, they already
Xbox
sent it.
Series X, Steam, and PlayStation 5. That's not a mobile game.
Well, damn.
I definitely thought it was like going to be a interesting. This is kind of a cool.
I am actually kind of interested in this
Yeah.
now that I've actually seen gameplay of it, or ish. Few seconds.
Try to survive. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. So you want to watch the Catley one? Hang on.
Yeah, I didn't think they were actually going to try and grind out any kind of actual video for it, because I'm still, after seeing that video, I still think it's AI. But
I think it's still the same trailer from the Game Awards, because we watched it at the Game Awards.
yeah. But this thing is, I saw it update this morning or some shit. Like, there's actual quote unquote gameplay footage.
Oh, hang on. Catley gameplay? Catley actually showed gameplay. Here's the official reveal trailer. Catley Steam trailer, Unreal 5. Okay.
Wow.
Full screen. Captured in-game, running in real time.
Okay.
Hang on. 1080 is as high as it goes. Okay. I'm going to see if it went to 1440. So it has that fucking pixelated fractal fur. Fucking Black Myth Wukong had that shit on mine. Like, kind of looks pixelated at the fur edges. Look at that motherfucker, big old head.
Sounds cute.
I can see this making $1 gajillion.
Yeah.
It looks cute, but I don't trust it.
I honestly don't think it's gonna make $1 gajillion just because, like, yes, it's like, oh my god, the girls are gonna love they're gonna love this game, right? But here's the thing.
Does
the
look
reason
fake.
why most games are marketed towards like men and like their interests, and it's because most gamers are men, and most female gamers are tomboys.
Well, and then
or like the same things that men like, right? Which
Right,
is
right.
in the first place.
Well,
So
they,
it's
they
like
say
this is a very niche audience, and there are women that are gonna like buy this game.
I mean, I would love to play it if it's real. Having a cat game, it's just like playing Nintendogs or Nintendcats. I used to enjoy playing that.
Yeah,
So-
like there's
I
people that are
just
gonna love
don't-
this game. I don't think
I
it's gonna
just
make
don't see it as
$1
real.
though.
so. My thoughts are, there was that thing that came out years ago where it's like, oh, women make up 50% of the audience or whatever, and a lot of that has to do with like the women that played like Candy Crush and shit. You know what I mean? That was that
means
mobile
my mom
market.
counts.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
mobile market is what. That's how they were like. That's why we got to start putting all these women in games now, because 50% of the people that buy games and play games are women. It's not actually true. You're fucking retarded. You know what I mean? If you're making a Call of Duty game, you don't have to work like it's going to be men or tomboys or what, there's more women coming around to playing that in the younger generation. All the women my age though, and like of my generation, they don't fucking play games. You know what I mean? Unless they're tomboys or whatever, but like they don't just play games. But I don't know. Like I said, this is like, I can see this game being cutesy and it could fucking just go on forever. If it's, I get to make a whole world where I just fill it full of fucking fluffy cats and make them fucking pink and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can see that.
People will buy this for their like daughter and
Like,
shit.
Yeah. A lot of women would buy it for themselves.
Yeah, my fiance
I'd
would
buy
love
it for
this
myself.
You put them in a fucking racing suit.
game. That's cute.
The fuck?
It's a costume they put on its butt.
There's a dog woman.
Being by dog.
It looks adorable. I hope it's real.
Oh my god.
The fucking links.
Yeah, toe beans.
Holy shit. That's kind of cool.
What a fat little thing.
Can I get a tiger?
Yeah, look at him. He's so
Probably.
fucking rotund.
I mean, you can make the damn things pink. You can probably make a tiger.
So there's only one reason. There's one reason why I don't think this is fake. That reason is the fucking sheer cost of putting a trailer in the fucking Game Awards.
Right.
There's that.
That is the only reason
Yeah,
why
I mean, they're
I
not
don't
going to
think
spend
it's like
250
a
grand
fake
on
AI
something.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. No, the point of like AI or like like these like shitty gambles where it's like, oh, like I'm gonna like get a bunch of people to, like put money into this and then fucking like rip it away from them. Is that you spend as little money as possible developing it, so you make as much profit as possible. You're not gonna spend 200 grand on this and hope gamble it and hope that you get some money back from the popularity of it.
Granted.
It's not gonna happen. That's why I genuinely think this is a real thing. I think
it turns out to be as good as it looks.
Yeah, same. It's a company that's like they're like just starting out, right? They have this game idea, right? They want to put it out there, right? They want it to do well, so they don't start any of their marketing till they have like the big screen, right? Like hey, here's Catley on the big the big screen with Jeff Keighley and all the popular people, right? Wow, that's our game up there. Also, we have marketing now. Hello, we exist. Like, yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. They're announcing X Defiant season 3. X Defiant, you can't even download the game now.
Wow.
Like, if you don't have the game already installed, you can't. And there's a trailer from one day ago, X Defiant official season 3 gameplay overview.
I think that's funny.
And you can't even get the game.
The only reason why they would do that is if they legitimately don't want, like, it basically, if you know what your total player base is, what your remaining player base is, and you know that no one new is going to come in, you can significantly cut on your servers to just facilitate those players. So it's just like cost cutting on this game that they plan to abandon.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it first. I was like, why wouldn't they just allow players to play until it's done, right? Like, why wouldn't they just people want to play it until it's gone? Some people will buy the game like on sale or whatever. Like, people will still play the game, even if it's leaving soon, just because it's leaving soon, right? People will be like, oh, I'm gonna go get this rare trophy, this rare platinum or whatever, right? Like, people did that with Concord.
Concord, yeah.
And the only thing that comes to mind is they just want to save as much money as possible on servers. That's like the most expensive thing for like these open world games.
Yeah. So there's a Aang Avatar: The Last Airbender skin in Overwatch.
Every game is trying to become the new Fortnite.
Yeah. But somebody posted a deal from Civ 7. If you zoom in on your guys doing the, if they're your miners or whatever that you have in each little block or whatever, there's a fucking emote thing. You can make them fucking like Fortnite dance in Civ 6.
God.
Like somebody said, Fortnite has ruined all games forever.
Dude, for real. Well, fucking Destiny 2 has a fucking Doki Doki Literature Club collab. Like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. It's fucking real. They've collabed with so many games to make like themed armors. It's like, this is so like just completely out of whack. It's so massively out of touch with your community. It feels like you're just trying to like milk money from the people that play your game. You're not trying to give them actually good content that is like serious to like your world, your lore, your game. You're not taking your fucking game seriously anymore. You're just putting anything into it. You're treating it like it's a fucking like a fucking mobile game to just shove whatever into and then be like, yeah, this event, get money, get the skin or whatever. Like, God, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Spend more money on V-Bucks.
Honestly, the thing that I'm tired of seeing, and I'll be happy if I never see one again, is battle passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like some battle passes. I like, for like the first Ascendant or something like that, where it's like, it gives me a reason to like grind out stuff or whatever. Because like I spent money, like I understand in a free to play style game, but it being in literally fucking everything sucks. I definitely
Yeah. There shouldn't be battle passes in the game I paid money for. Simple as. I don't have a problem with battle passes inherently, but if it's a game I paid money for, then it's like, bro.
They were putting a battle pass in fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think they have one in fucking Valhalla.
I will say there is one game that did a battle pass really, really well that I actually really liked the way they did it. And honestly, it's kind of an awesome inclusion. Because it's basically a way for people that don't like want to pay money for stuff to get stuff. Because obviously, like the battle pass has like a free section. Right? Like a lot of them do. and that's Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
Ah.
Conan Exiles had a fucking phenomenal like battle pass. Because the thing about Conan is that all their content in the game, all the battle pass and like all that stuff gets you is basically you can craft like skins for weapons or like it basically gets you to unlock like new things you can build that are just cosmetics for like your buildings and stuff that are not necessarily an open gameplay experience, but just look nice and they're all like the thing I like about it, right? Which again is something that like I see a lot of games doing. A lot of games are like that, delve into the whole skins as like their like monetary like as a form of income, right? Selling skins for their game is that they basically start to make like skins for fucking anything, literally anything, right? Like again, I
just
mentioned
for a
before,
quick buck.
like Destiny doing like the fucking
Garfield
collabs
told
with
you
things
as
that just
well.
don't make sense within like the setting, like the lore. I like that Conan for the most part, everything that they make makes sense and fits within their world.
Yeah, which lets me be optimistic about the Dune game.
I'm so excited about that.
Same.
I'm so excited. I've been like, I feel like every night, like before I go to sleep, I tell my fiance that I want to play Conan with her, and that's been the case for like the last like couple months. Where like we'll be like about to sleep, and like we're cozy, and I'll be like my love, and she'll be like what? I'll be like I want to play Conan with you. She's like I hate you. Okay, fine, we'll play it eventually, right?
Sorry, hang on.
And it's because like I've been fucking craving Conan because like the game is just good, and the fact they're making a new one basically, but with guns and vehicles and space, and it looks really good. The combat looks really good. I'm fucking excited because the thing with Conan is it's an old engine, it's an old game. Like they keep updating it. That game has had massive support for its life.
Yeah, well, I bought the
Isle.
I bought the Isle of Septa, and I've still yet to ever play on the Isle of Septa.
Yeah, neither have I. It's cool, but it completely rearranges like the whole like progression of the game that you get used to and comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, basically you start over. You start
Yeah.
over again, and it's just a new map, new areas and stuff. Yeah, we did a big collab here a while back, like a couple years ago, year ago or something like that. And we were playing. We had fucking bases all over the map, and on a PvE PvP server. But yeah, and it was fun. We played a lot, and then finally we just all kind of burned out at the same time. But yeah, I want to go back to Isle of Septa again. They've done a bunch more updates since we quit. Like right after that, they did this where you could build like these giant like treasure vault things.
Yeah.
And
last time I played, I tried to do like a big community thing. Like I had like a big community server, and I built a massive castle in it. Like I'm talking like massive castle.
Nice.
Right? And by the time I was done, I was burnt out.
Yeah.
Doing that, like I'll jump into the game, and like by the time I'm done building like my house, everyone is max level, and I'm burnt out, and that's it. I'm done. I don't want to play anymore. And so I don't know. I feel like I have a hard time playing with like people if they're not following the same progression than I am, right? If they're not like helping me build the big thing, and then we start playing the game, right? Because like I don't know. I'm weird with these games, and I have like my own like kind of like desire for like progression and how we do things.
Yeah,
it just feels like you're playing catch up the whole time.
Yeah, and so like it's like if by the time I'm done, it's like well now I'm just like catching up to everybody. It's like, you know.
Do you often play survival games, man? Yeah, I do. I do play several. I played. I went through a stint where all I played was survival games. Like I did Conan, and then we jumped over and did Sons of the Forest 2, and all those. You know, do I have a favorite? The one I played the most is definitely Conan. This is the one I've had the most hours in. Yeah, our group though, like we had one guy that was the meta guy. Like he knew all. Like he would go and grind out for the certain meta, whatever. And then he would go and gather all like the hard boss materials and stuff. Like we could armor up and go fight with him. But then I stayed back at the base and was like leveling all my new base shit up. You know, all the new kilns and whatever, and building and upgrading all that stuff. To me, it was a fun cohesion. Like, you know, some people would go out and farm, and then some people would stay in the base and work on the base and stuff.
Yeah, everybody had their part to play.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know. I have a hard time with that because I want to do everything, but I can't do everything.
Yeah.
So it's like unless everyone is doing everything with me, like I'd like I feel like a massive FOMO when I'm like behind at the base, or like when I'm out doing stuff, people are doing it like stuff at the base for me. Like I'm like, well, damn, I should be at the base helping. Well, damn, I should be out getting materials. Well, damn, I should be out doing them to fight these bosses.
Right.
Like I get FOMO no matter what. So I need to play those games with like small groups that we're all like doing the same thing together for the most part. To like really.
So there was a game that came out that I actually really enjoyed, and I could never really get a bunch of other people to do it with me. It was called Icarus, something Icarus. But it wasn't roguelike so much, but it basically you would launch into a planet, you'd like drop pod into this planet, and then you had an objective, like you had to go get oil out of the ground. So you go through the whole process of like you build a wood campfire, then you level yourself up to where you're building like electric furnaces and shit, and like you go and mine iron and all these different. But once you do that, then you launch back up into space. Like once you do that mission, which could be from 1 hour to 4 or 5 hours, you launch back up into space. You select a different mission, you drop back down on the planet, and you reset everything again. So it's like basically you're just kind of resetting each time. And so the FOMO deal with like you had a mission, you go for this. Once you get this done, you go back into space. But it gave you the chop down trees, hit shit with a fucking pickaxe, build a shelter, build a this. And you did that every single time. But at the same time, it was a different mission and you had a certain goal to get to.
Yeah.
I really like that. For survival games, where I drop in, do the thing, get out, and then I can just restart it. I don't have to keep continuing trying to get to the golden era of bullshit or whatever. Like, you don't have to do that every time. So to me, Riders of Icarus, it was something Icarus. I can't remember what it was, but it was an interesting concept to a survival crafting game. Let me see if I can find it here.
I think it was the game that was just called Icarus.
It's just called Icarus.
I was gonna play that game with Rika like way back, and we both got it, but we ended up never playing it.
Yeah. They've done a bunch of more updates to it since the last time. They added like mounts. You can like tame like fucking ostriches and shit and ride ostriches, stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. I definitely liked it. Yeah. Conan was good. Sons of the Forest was good. Sons of the Forest 2. I didn't play the first one. I played the second one.
Well, it was The Forest, and then Sons of the Forest is the second one.
Is that right?
Yeah. I
thought it was 2.
No, I wanted to enjoy Sons of the Forest. It's just when I was playing with my group, for some reason the world wound up consuming me and deleted all of my progress.
Yeah, it was pretty buggy when it first launched.
Everyone else was fine, though, except for Clumpus, who was having trouble with like 5 frames a second.
Yeah. I never played Grounded. I did want to get into that one. So yeah, I'm really curious about the Dune game, though. That one looks good.
It's actually kind of fun if you ever want to get into it. My friend bought me a copy.
The Light of Motirum or whatever, the Horizon Zero Dawn, Chinese ripoff one.
Oh yeah.
That one,
I'm excited for that too. That looks like fucking it looks like Conan.
Yeah.
But
it's survival craft, but in Horizon universe where you tame fucking robot monsters and shit.
Yeah, you create robot monsters.
Dude, thank you for stopping in. If you're gonna take off, have a good one.
You make zoinks.
Yeah. You bet. Yeah, you summon in like robot pets. You craft them yourself or whatever. You take the parts of the robot monsters and you like mount them in your base and then use them as like defensives or whatever in that one part of the trailer. Like you took a head and you can mount it as like a surveillance or some shit.
So cool.
Yeah, and then there was like a Monster Hunter style, like you fight big monsters.
Combat was like Monster Hunter.
Like people are like, it's a total ripoff or whatever. It's like, yeah, they ripped off all the cool parts and made a cooler game. Like that was why I like Pal World. They ripped off they totally ripped off Pokemon. Yeah, and they made it way fucking better, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. It's like they're taking the aesthetic. That's something they're taking from Horizon. They're taking the aesthetic from Horizon. They're taking the combat from Monster Hunter. They're taking the like survival, like crafting, like aesthetic, right? Of not the visual aesthetic, but like the gameplay aesthetic of Conan, right? They've got the it's cool. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I want it.
And they didn't make the main character fatter for some reason. Like I always thought that was funny where they added more fat to Aloy's cheeks. Like that was like I've seen some like they're clearly edits and photoshops, but like
Yeah.
the actual one, like in Horizon 2,
They made her cheeky.
Aloy is like
Which is, I mean,
fatter,
you know,
I guess.
somewhere between the last game and this game, you know.
Yeah, in a
she
post-apocalyptic world, she found McDonald's, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a sudden boom, you know.
Yeah.
She learned she could eat metal.
See,
Like, oh my god.
that's the thing. Like, I fucking loved Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one. Like, I played the shit out of that game. And then when they were like, yeah, the second game's, you started hearing controversy stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe one of these days I'll pick it up and play it. You know, I'll catch it on a big sale or something, and I'll probably play through it. Same with God of War Ragnarok. I love the first one. Haven't played the second one. And a big part of that was I didn't have a PS5 for the longest time. I was on PC.
Yeah.
So I missed those
PS5
games. But now that I have a PS5, they're coming out on PC. So
Isn't that just the kicker?
Classic.
yeah.
They really shouldn't have done that.
I got a couple more trailers here, and we can probably call it. This one seemed funny, so I thought we'd watch it real quick. Mullet Mad Jack.
Oh my god.
It had me at
Oh my
mullet.
god, what is this?
Oh yeah, no,
Oh
it
my
had me at
goodness.
mullet. Let's go.
Oh my fucking goodness.
So I remember this trailer came out a while ago. This is like an updated trailer. I remember Ultra Kill crossover.
Oh my fucking god, that's great.
I think it's like an endless runner bullet hell style.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this looks really cool. 90s. Let's go. Hell yeah.
The fucking like in the logo versus Bullet Mad Jack, he looks like a fucking what's his
Dr.
name?
Disrespect.
I know. I was actually kind of. He looks like if Dr. Disrespect and Razor had a fucking baby.
Oh yeah, Razor Fist, true, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. This looks cool, man. The animation style looks really neat. Let's go. Got a scary game. Dream Cage.
Ooh.
Check your closet.
Don't you hate when that happens because your house is slightly tilted? And then your house
Damn.
tilts the other way.
What'd you do to make your house so angry, man?
Ooh, spooky. The
Turn
things
the
are
gravity back on.
rolling.
Turn on zero G mode.
Yeah.
They found the button again.
Rude.
Hey,
Whoa.
what are you doing down there?
Hey, oh, hey, baby, how you doing? God damn.
Hey,
That's how creepy is. What are you doing? I don't got no babies
Mom.
in there. That's the wrong cylindrical object you're supposed to put in your mouth. Not that one either. Nope, still the wrong one. No, that's not it.
Rude.
Wait, what the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Oh, is it one of those types of
Oh no! They put him in the
dying until you
dryer.
figure it out?
Loading. Not found.
The fuck you mean not found?
404 error, not found.
You seem like we're a little blurry, buddy. Take some
Grunts.
medication for your
Got to put his
eyeballs.
glasses on.
There you go.
Damn.
Bitch, you're back
Hey,
again.
babe. Babe, you forgot your
Honey.
pants. We can't come out like
Honey, I'm
this.
home.
What are you doing?
Okay,
Okay then.
that's a fucking
Seems
thing right there.
Interesting.
So there's a new Alien game, Alien Rogue Incursion.
Running through the dark.
This is gonna be like Isolation 2.
Nowhere left
Ooh, that would be nice.
Ooh.
If they do it right. Ooh, cryo.
Oh, there he goes.
Poor android. We're gonna get chest bursters.
Oh, you get a gun?
Woo!
No bullets. Fuck.
What a nice space cat.
That was cool.
That was.
These guns look cool.
This is VR. It's fucking VR.
It is.
Oh.
Oh, getting fucking face fucked by a in VR would suck.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna watch someone play this, but God forbid I would not be able to do this. I'll be sick within 15 minutes.
PlayStation VR. It's a cool concept.
It is a cool concept. I hope it goes well. It should be a fun thing to watch.
Getting face hugged in VR would be terrifying, though. That was it. That was the last trailer I'd seen that was kind of worth the shit.
All right.
There's a lot of other ones I'm not gonna watch. Dude, game trailers, there's literally like dozens every fucking day of different shit. So cool. This is awesome.
So VR games, yes.
Hey.
Thank you
Man,
for
that
joining, Rosa.
Yeah, thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a
Like-
pleasure.
It was a lot of fun.
And like I said,
Okay.
most of the time I do these, it's kind of an open invite. So it's like, oh, fucking Aces. I want to jump on Aces podcast. It's jump in, jump out kind of thing is the way I want to set it up.
All right.
So, I'm gonna try to get Jazz on. Jazz was Rose's co-host on their podcast. I'm gonna try to get him on. He was too busy playing Zenless, I guess.
Yeah, I played Zilla today.
Yeah.
He works a lot, all right? He works like 12-hour shifts.
Yeah.
I do overtime and stuff. So
This is day number 11 for me. I got one more and I finally get some fucking time off.
yeah.
Wore the fuck out. But thank you everybody for, of course, go check out Rosa. I put her link in the YouTube video. I think I put both your Twitch and your YouTube link in there.
Okay. Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, go check her out. You stream full time. I didn't actually get. I was going to ask you about your streams and stuff. Nemo is wanting to kind of be a streamer full time too as well. Share
Yeah,
some tips back and forth with people.
I stream daily. I got a lot of my advice. Do you know who Kibbs is?
Kim's?
fan.
Kibbs, what is his channel? I can't remember his channel's name.
The link is in the YouTube video.
The Big Ring Bunch.
I'll drop
That's
it
not
in there.
familiar to you?
No.
He used to be Arch's co-host on the Archcast. Well, anyways, I talked to him a lot, and he gave me like a lot of advice on basically how he like monetizes his channel.
Mhm.
And basically, the idea is because like when I first started VTubing, right, I started as part of a company. I was a corporate VTuber originally with a company called Haven X, and then I left them, and then I joined Lucid. I was with Lucid for like 9 months, and then I left them too, and I've been indie ever since. But when I was in a corpo, for the most part, the way that I'd monetize is,
Damn it, wrong button.
we'd have events every now and again, right? And then people would donate a lot of money during those events, and it's like, that's great, right? Like, but the thing is, you can't really sustain yourself on like, 1 month you make a bunch of money, and then every other month in between, those events, you're making like a couple hundred in the entire month.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't do that full time like that. Right? So the first thing I did was just get rid of entirely donathons and events, right?
Mhm.
And rather than having like I guess like donation events, right? It's more like we have a constantly going donathon in a way, right? So basically I have a list. I have like a Google Doc that you can open up. Actually, if you want, you can open up on stream. Let me give you a link. You can show chat what I mean.
I think you can present down there if you want. A lot of StreamYards.
Can I?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh. Present. Share screen. I don't know which screen is going to share.
I think you can share screen or share windows.
Oh, show me. Entire screen number 2. So this is my my funding list, right? And we have like every month, November, October, since we started doing it all the way back in November of last year that we started doing it. And so the idea is that basically every month, right, we reset this list, this donators list, right? And here I keep track of every single donation that's ever made, whether it's a YouTube or a like a YouTube super chat or like a direct dono through Streamlabs or PayPal or whatever. That's here, right? And then top dono, they have a reward. They get a mug sent to them. It's an employee of the mug month, but like I scribbled employee off and I put dots like the name of community, the drops of tonic, because they're the tonic to my Ginny. And sign on the back. But basically, the idea is every time that they donate anything, it's not just them giving money to me. They're donating to influence my content, right? So over here on the right, you see a list is like my queue of the things I need to do. Some things are on hold because I just moved, so I'm broke, so I literally can't afford them.
Valid.
But as you know, as I become okay with money again, I'll start doing the things on the list from top to bottom because that's the list. That's the order in which they were funded, basically. Right now we're doing The Witcher because all these things in between got fucked. And the Coffin of Andy and Layla, we're waiting for my Jin and Ginny models. But basically, they always have this huge list of things that they can basically put their money towards every time that they donate. And this basically incentivizes regular donations from your like viewers as opposed to like just like them waiting for an event where they can, right, like they're incentivized to donate during that event. A lot of people will save their money and be like, oh, like I'm saving money for like, when they do like this event and then, whatever, they release this or they do this, blah, blah, blah. Instead, we just have constantly stuff here. And if you don't see anything on the list that you like, you can always suggest things and I'll have one of my mods basically calculate a price for it and then put it on the list.
Oh, cool.
Right? And eventually things get funded and we do those things. Right?
Nice.
And it'll go from like really simple things like a playthrough of like Portal, right? It's priced based on how long it's going to take me. Right? So I'm effectively, it's based on like an average, right? So it's based on like, oh, what's the average completion time for so-and-so game? Okay. And then let's, divide that by an hourly, right? Like a reasonable hourly. And that's basically the price of it. And then we add onto that the price of the game if I don't have it, for example. But like, and it jumps up in price to things that will be funded like way further down the road. Like I played all the Souls games. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne, all those games one-handed.
Ew.
Yeah, I played all of them one-handed. But during those games, I had my feet up on the table and it became like a whole thing. So now we have like a really expensive goal for me to play Dark Souls 2 with my feet and then not using any hands. That's gonna take fucking ages for me to do. So that's like on there and like that's expensive, right? So some things are like more expensive. But and then this is stuff they can basically repeatedly do. So like something that's pretty popular is shot of Reaper sauce. It's Carolina Reaper hot sauce. I'll have like a big dab of that with some food. Or just take a shot of it straight into my mouth. Depends. But that's like something people sometimes, that's a repeatable thing that I can basically do. Almost like minor incentives for like a donathon. Right? So you have repeatable things and you have like one-time things where it's like once it's done, it's done. Right? And again, some of them is like content for the channel. Some of them is like these are, for example, like covers that my fiance will do. She'll do like covers of like different songs, stuff that like people who want. And you can put anything on here. Sometimes it's like art, right? Like it's an art one. Or like this is like, wait, where is it? Somewhere around here there was like a watch along one. This is like a Lego hand cam stream. Right. So there's like all sorts of stuff on here. And so that's the first thing. And then the second thing that I did that basically, so this basically took me from basically making like, good money on like events and then like no money on like, any other month to making like a somewhat consistent amount of money every month. And then what really took it to the point where I could do this full time was implementing weekly and daily goals. Right? Having a goal on screen that your chat can basically like push towards is major. So I always, for every stream, so let me see if I can show you here. Oh, that looks funky. But for every stream, I have a goal at the top, the daily goal, and then a weekly goal of how much money I need to make weekly to basically continue to be sustainable. You can see it up top, right? Yeah. And this kind of accounts for the fact that like I'm losing 30% on every single YouTube dono, and for direct donos through like PayPal, I'm losing anywhere between like 5% and 51%, or no, 56%, 54% is how much they take on a $1 dono. It's fucking retarded. But yeah, for smaller donos, they're actually better off donating through YouTube than they are through PayPal directly.
Oh, PayPal is kind of an ass.
PayPal's great unless you're donating again small amounts. If you're doing small amounts, it fucks you. Why is this jutting down? That was weird. But yeah, so like these daily goals, right? With like minor reward. If they hit the daily, I will do a drawing at the end of the stream based on whatever it has happened during the stream. If they hit 150, they go $50 over the daily. I'll have my fiance, who's an artiste, redraw it, but good. So like that's like a thing, right? And then the weekly goal is like a community thing. So if they hit the weekly goal, right? Last week didn't hit it, so we're not doing King of the Castle this Saturday, but it looks like they're gonna hit it this week. They have a couple more days to do it. If they do hit it, then at the end of next week, right? Next week Saturday, we'll play King of the Castle, which is a like community game that they can all join in if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And we have we've been busy like doing like a continuous game of King of the Castle for like over 300 in-game years. It's like a really long like thing. We're planning to restart it soon, just because it's starting to get dull. But that's basically the idea, right? And so like having those goals incentivizes them to actually like donate the amount that you actually need, right? Because like they don't know how much you need. If you just give them this, they're gonna donate at random whenever they want to. Mm-hmm. But like you have to really trust your community to be like, hey, I like that you're doing this full time. I like that any day of the week I can log on and be like, I wonder what Rosa's doing, right? I can like hang out with Rosa, right? And like people will like support that, right? If that's something that they like. But you have to show them that you're committed to basically doing that. And that includes setting up goals, right? For you to feasibly do it full time rather than just being hopeful, about doing it full time. I think that's like a big part of it. Like I remember like when I was first gonna do it, a lot of people, even like within my community, were telling me like, no, don't do it, like we don't know if like, like it's gonna work out, blah, blah. And I was like struggling to like find a job at the time. Right. And I was stuck with like living with my mom, who I love, but I don't get along with because she's got issues and those issues affect me. Very negative. And then like my fiance was living with her uncle, who's a fucking cunt. Fucking hate that guy. And like, it's just like I wanted to get out of the situation and I just wasn't having any luck with work. And so like, fuck it, we'll just bite the bullet and just stream full time. It's not like I'm doing anything else right now anyway. Right? I'll keep looking for jobs, and in the meanwhile, we're just gonna give this a shot. And I'm really glad I did, because like I was able to move out thanks to this.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, it is about, you really have to like, again, you have to like respect your community. Don't expect them to just donate for nothing. Like give them good reasons.
Oh yeah.
To, spend their money. Right? Give them control. Like at the end of the day, like I've been through 2 companies at this point. I don't ever want to be a corpo VTuber again. My only bosses, the only people that decide what I do, are chat. If chat says, fuck you, we're paying you money, you're doing the slur tier list. I'm doing a slur tier list. Like that's the way that works. Chat decides what I do. And if it's bad for me, if it's good for me, whatever. That's what chat wants. That's what chat's going to get.
Okay.
Right? And, chat literally votes with their wallet for what my next content is.
Nice.
But yeah, that's how we do things. How do I end the? There we go.
Yeah. Heck yeah, sweet.
But yeah, that's like
That's
the
really
best advice.
interesting. Yeah, that was really interesting. I was curious because I knew you were doing it full time and stuff, and I was just wondering,
Yeah,
kind of what
yeah.
you're doing.
I remember before I started streaming like full time, I had a conversation with a friend who had like recently blown up because they were basically like they were picking a side in like a controversy, making videos on it, and like they're whatever. And they told me, like, I told them, I was like, you can't just sell your like value and your morals for like popularity and expect that to go well in the long run.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like I feel like a lot of people that get into doing content creation, they do it because something they enjoy, right? And obviously, you want to do things you enjoy as a job.
Yeah.
But once you reach the point where you're again selling your morals to turn it into a job, you're turning it into a shit job that you're not going to enjoy quite the same. You're no longer turning it into the job that you dreamed of doing the thing you enjoy. You've turned it into a job where you're doing, whatever you have to do to cater to whatever community you chose to cater to, that you don't completely agree with. But if you don't cater to them, they're not going to give you money, right? This is like a hole that a lot of I've seen a lot on the like corpo VTuber side. I've seen a lot of like those GFP, girlfriend experience VTubers
Yeah.
end up finding themselves in, where even once they do get an out and they do leave that company, they don't know how to do anything else.
Right.
They're accustomed to the lifestyle that they get from, basically feeding off of these guys, right? These like lonely guys. And, you don't get to have that instantaneous success, right, with a bunch of money without selling out. That's just the way it is. You have to sell out. Anything worth having, right?
Takes effort.
Takes effort. It's not going to be instantaneous like that, right? You're not going to be happy with something that is just given to you.
Right. Well, that's technically, I mean, I'm pretty bullheaded when it comes to things like I'm going to say what I want to say, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry that you don't like it, but that's just me.
Well, what I was going to say was, sorry to cut you off, but I was going to say was I talked to this person, and at the time they asked me, okay, well, you haven't sold on your morals, right? But where has that gotten you, right? You were in two companies, you left both of them. You've still not really grown in numbers and blah, 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 and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I've hardly grown since, like, I was in Corpo, right? And it's really funny, because at the time, I wasn't doing super well. Right after that, I started dating my fiance. I started doing this full time. We got engaged. We moved in together. And the same person ended up, like, crashing, right? That's what happens. You burn out when you're not doing something for you. You're doing it for the sake of, the people you're trying to cater to. And you end up crashing. And it's really funny because I ended up trying to help them out of their situation. And in doing so, they only had to tell me like how much they were making. And it was really funny. I didn't like bother them for it, but it was really funny looking back at it afterwards. Like after I had, gone and started doing this full time and like really kind of, put my head to the grinder and just I've literally been streaming every single day since, with like very few exceptions, like days like I'm sick. Right? Or like during my move, right? And seeing that like even though the community is like their CCV is easily like 5 times larger than mine, sometimes more. Right? Like they get way higher numbers than I do. Their community is way larger than mine is. But we make about the same amount of money. Right? And again, like it's you, I don't know. I do think you can do this being genuine. It's just you really have to again put your head to the grinder and sit through it.
Yeah.
I see a question. Question for Rosa, how long has she been doing the streaming game? So I originally started with Haven X, a company that died after I left it. Back in I joined them in like September of the year before, but I debuted as a VTuber in January 2022. See? Before that, I had never done any sort of streaming. Yeah. I used to do voice acting, which is how the CEO of that company found me, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to be a VTuber?" And I was like, "What is that?" And I've been doing it since then. I was with them until like I think July. In July, I graduated from that company. I just like completely left the company. I lost the IP, the Rose IP, the one I'm using right now. I lost it. The company owned that IP. They paid for the model, they paid for everything. And the company crashed burned. I got picked up by Lucid. Lucid bought my IP from my old company, so I was able to come back as the same IP. And I was with them for another like 9 months before we had a falling out over the word retarded. It was somewhat stupid, but I'm still friends with their CEO or the former CEO because they sold their company now. But and we were able to kind of like reach an agreement to have like a good terms departure, right? And since then I've been indie. So I've at this point I've been indie for longer than I've been corpo, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. That's funny. I actually got my first because I started VTubing when I started streaming. Yeah, and I did the VTubing, and that was in 2020. And at the time, it was during layoffs and stuff like that, where I actually didn't have shit else to do, so I was streaming all the time. Now that I've gotten full-time work where I'm working 50, 60 hours a week, like it's really hard for me to push that go live button because I'm just exhausted.
I get that. That first year that I was streaming, I was working full-time as a manager for GameStop.
Yeah.
So I was working like 44-hour days in retail. And then I'd come home and 44-hour weeks in retail. And then I'd shut up. And then I'd come home and I'd stream for another like 30 hours a week as well. And like that shit burned me out like crazy, which is why I ended up like saying fuck this, quit GameStop, quit Haven X, and I was just like I was doing nothing for a good few months, for like a month or so before I got picked up by Lucid.
Yeah, it's just I wish I'd have stuck with it more, and I want to get back to streaming more. Just like I said, I'm looking at a different job which will reduce my hourly. Because I'm working 50, 60 hours a week right now. And
that's crazy.
I don't want to do shit. So
it's exhausting.
Yeah. So if I get to like a 45-hour a week job where I've got actual fucking time to do stuff, then hopefully I'll get back to streaming more content. Mm. I'm glad I've stuck with the podcast. We're almost at this is episode 50, so we got 2 more. We've hit a full year of podcasts.
Hey.
So I'm super excited about that. Talking about like sticking with your morals. Like Nemo is actually my second co-host. My first co-host, we're still friends, and he's welcome on the podcast anytime. He just kind of got burnt out, and we didn't agree on the way we grow because his thoughts were he wants to like buddy up with getting these like streaming groups and all these things, and like that's how you grow, and you gotta stick with the fucking theme or whatever his space theme. You gotta stick with that and this and that. I'm like there's zero. I have zero interest in doing any of that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I want to talk about video games. That's what this whole podcast is about. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change who I am to talk about it. Like, if I don't like something, I'm going to fucking say I don't like it. And I'm going to roast the shit out of it.
My God, that was a fun fucking day, wasn't
it? So, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, people go their own way. OCP originally was going to be with it was me, Jazz, and our third host was a friend of ours called Miles. And, he just, after that first episode, he was like, yeah, I don't think this is what I want to do. I kind of want to go my own way, right? And, doing content creation. Because, like, I kind of feel bad sometimes. Because, like, a lot of the friends that I made through VTubing while I was in Corpo, right? For the most part, I didn't get along with other Corpo VTubers. I just didn't. I can't do that fake shit, dude. It's so fucking, like, nonsense. And I think most of them didn't like me either. Genuinely, like the few times like I tried to interact with them because like my bosses knew that I was like I was in Discord servers with some of these people. Like I had connections to some of these like much more popular streamers. I just don't care. And the few times I tried to interact with them, they were very like kind of off put by it. So I was like, you know what, fuck this. Like I'm not gonna waste my time talking to people that clearly aren't interested in hanging out with me. I'd rather hang out with people that are. Yeah. And are genuine about it. That's how like I met Jazz and I met like all these other guys because I did collabs and I made friends outside of the corposphere. And those are the people that have stuck with me throughout the years.
And to me, like I enjoy like it. It's hard for me because like I know I'm small as far as like subscribers or followers or whatever. Like, but I enjoy doing this, and like I want to reach out and like talk to other content creators. And I reached out, like somebody had posted on Twitter, like, here's the thing, like I'm open to maybe doing collabs or if you want me to come on your podcast or whatever. And they were a bigger channel. They weren't huge or nothing, but they were a bigger channel. And I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll shoot my shot. I've got a little podcast. I would love it if you'd come on it. I don't care about clout. I don't care about your community, as far as like your size or whatever. Like, I just want to talk to the person. And that's what I want. Well, then the community come out and was toxic as fuck, like, oh, you're just clout chasing and shit like that. And I was like, okay, well, fuck it. I just unfollowed them. I was like, I don't need you or your community. I don't fucking care. I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that sucks.
I hate that people will be like that. And it's so fucking like, it's so annoying. It's so pretentious.
Yeah.
Like so often they end up attacking
it's part of why,
against the person's wishes anyway, because they're sitting there going, oh yeah, sure. And then all of a sudden their community comes in like a bunch of angry fucking lepers.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it totally turned me off from their content. Like,
it's why like when I like people ask me like, hey, like why don't you talk to this person? Like you two would get along, right? And I look them up to like a massive channel. I'm like, I, as someone who's been on that side, right, on the like a lot of people that I consider friends, like are really close friends of mine. At first, like they told me like at first they thought I was like unapproachable. Because I was like part of a company and like, I was like bigger VTuber and I was hanging out with other bigger VTubers and blah, 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 blah. I've shrank since when I started. I haven't gotten bigger. I shrank. And like I'm someone who's very much like, I will hang out with anyone.
Yeah.
Like I will hang out with anyone. I've had people that like were part of the community that I knew were like going through a tough time and like invited them to the channel and just play with them for a day. Because why the fuck?
Yeah.
It doesn't like, it doesn't hurt me to do that, right?
It took me a couple months to like, because I followed you for a couple months. Like I said, I've known about you since the Camelcast episode back in the day. And like, I started following you and, for a couple months I was following, I was like, I want to ask them to come on the podcast, but like, I don't know them. I'm not as active in your chat. I try to tune in as much as I could, but like, I'm not even as active in your chat to really know who the fuck I am. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to shoot my shot. Worst they can do is like ignore it or say no or whatever. But and I get to have a great conversation. I had a great conversation last night with you and Jazz on your podcast, and you're on mine. And it's
I
awesome.
was telling Jazz after the show how like you were a great guest. Like we had a blast talking to you.
Yeah, and it's fun for me. Like I love it. I'm trying to get another gaming podcast on my podcast. We're waiting till after the holidays and stuff, but I'm going to have another gaming podcast. Another group of older people like me, close late 30s and shit, older gamers and stuff. So it's fun. Like this is the part of the content creation that I was always interested in, was the community part of it. Building a community,
like having conversations with people.
Yeah, this has always been what I've wanted. And when I said if I go back to streaming again, I don't really plan on streaming playing games, because to me, like it's not as interesting to me. For one, I'm too ADD. Like I'm either focused on the game or focused on chat, and I can't fucking do both at once. You know what I mean? So I'm either like focused and not saying shit, or I'm paused and talking.
Unless it's like Dark Souls, I struggle with that. Dark Souls, I can play it one-handed and talk to chat at the same time because I know that game like the back of my hand. But if it's any other game, like I'm like hyper invested.
Yeah.
Even if it's like an easy game, like I'm hyper invested, or I'm not invested at all and I'm missing the story because I'm trying to like talk to chat.
That's what kept fucking happening to me when I was playing Once Human. I wanted to keep talking, but then I'm like, oh fuck, I've been silent for 45 minutes. Is there anyone here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I always feel bad because I'll be like neglecting chat while I'm like paying attention to like the dialogue in the game. I also like I've gotten to the point where now I hate when games are voiced. I used to love when games are voiced. Now I hate them because now it takes away an opportunity for me to voice the game. And then didn't talk to chat like in between like reading lines, because it makes it harder if the game is voiced. Then I have to shut up and I'm just looking at chat. Like I want to talk to chat, but I don't want to interrupt the fucking line. And there's no
Although-
pause. If I hit the pause button, I'll just skip it. It's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing that's really annoying. Although I will admit, I wish there was more of Final Fantasy XIV Online that was voiced, because holy fuck, after
A lot
a
of
couple of
reading.
streams of that, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say
it's-
that word. It's not even in English. That's not an English language.
Yeah.
Mlywen. That was a woman's name.
Colonel?
W-E-N.
Melwin.
Melvin?
Melwin was her name.
Lamel.
When I first tried to read it, it came out as.
Yeah.
But on the topic of like, talking like larger creators, like again, like I have like Mick in my chat earlier today was telling me like, oh, you should hop on side scrollers. Like, people that are on side scrollers that have been on side scrollers. And it's like, I mean, I'm down, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to be like, hey, can I be on your show?
Yeah,
I
for real.
I hate doing that because I know that some people take it the wrong way. Like some people have a stick up their butt. No matter how cool you think someone might be, you never know when someone's gonna surprise you and be like, "No, you're a creator."
I mean,
how dare you come to me? It's like, or just block you, just straight up block you. Like no matter how cool you think someone is, you trust me, you never know. I've had it happen.
Yeah.
People that I thought were like super chill, and they were like I've had people that I've known that were smaller than me, and then they got a little bigger than me, and all of a sudden they just don't want to talk to me. And it's just like,
stupid.
Yeah, people are just like that, and I've gotten to the point where like I'm kind of done, like looking for friendships. I'm like, fuck this. Like people come to me, I want to hang out. I'm always open arms. I'm always down to talk to anybody, even if they disagree with me. Like I love talking to people that disagree with me because like we can go back and forth on it and try to come to understanding.
Exactly. Either that or you just have fun shit talking each other for a little bit.
Yeah. People that aren't overly sensitive, it's nice.
yeah. Like fuck, for our anniversary episode for OCP, right? Like I remember like someone messaged me and they were like, hey, like, did you like a lot of the people that you brought on don't like me? Like, did you bring me on just to like shit talk me? It's like, no, dude. I like you. That's why I brought you on. On the contrary, one of the other guests I actually don't like, and they know I don't like them. And every time we talk about anything, we argue with each other, right? Like, and I like again, like here's the thing. Yes, it might feel off-putting to join a podcast, right? Where your friend invited you to a podcast where all the other people don't like you. But imagine how much more off-putting it is to be invited to a podcast by someone that doesn't like you.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, it's like, no, dude, like I'm very much like anyone's allowed on, even if I don't like them, even if I
as long as
disagree
they're
with them.
civil on the podcast.
Exactly. And so it's just like, not even like they don't have to be civil. It's just don't try to get me banned. Just don't go out of your way to get me banned.
Right.
There's two rules on YouTube. The first one is you can't say the N-word hard R. You can say it soft A, no problem. You just can't say a hard R. And the second one is that you can't make fun of the tiny hat people. You follow both of those rules, you're fine.
Right.
And so that's generally like the rule for any of my streams. Like you can say anything, don't say those things.
But it's like it honestly, like to me, that stuff will never even it should never even come up in the gaming space anyway. Like let's be honest. You know what I mean? Like if we're talking about games.
I just before OCP, I had a podcast with my friend Rika where we talk about like world events and news. Our 4th episode got taken down by YouTube.
Nice.
It didn't get struck. We didn't get a warning. Like nothing. It was just we deleted this. It was bad. it was on the topic of Palestine, so that makes sense. But
weird stuff, man. Like you mentioned side scrollers. Like in all honesty, I guess it's like a dream of mine or whatever to be invited on, but because I enjoy the conversation with people about the space and stuff. But like, you don't invite yourself. Like that's weird. You know what I mean? Like, or even try to put bugs in. Like, now, if I was in a position, like I would invite Craig on my show anytime. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
He doesn't have a fucking clue who I am because I'm.
That's another thing. It's like they were like, "Hey, you should be on side scrollers." Like, I don't really know anybody on side scrollers.
Yeah.
The only people I know on there are the 2 people that are friends of mine. Like, I know Cam, and I know Arch, who have both been on there. And I think Dev got invited once. I don't know if he actually went. I know Dev.
The short fat otaku one.
Yep.
Yeah, he was on there once. I don't know if I saw him on there, but
Yeah. It's like that. Like I know people that have been on there, but that doesn't mean that like I don't even know who the fuck Greg is. I've never watched an episode of Side Scrollers.
Well,
Like
see,
I
that's
don't
the
watch
thing.
podcasts, so it's like I feel bad being like, hey, can I be on the
Right.
show? Like I get it. Like some people are like, hey, like Rosa, I think you'd do great talking to these people. It's like I'm sure I would, but I don't know them, and I don't have the time to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
Or to try to do all that. Like I'm kind of doing my own thing. If
Mhm.
they end up being like,
Yeah.
whoa, who's this little redhead weirdo? You want to come on? Cool, I'd love to, but I'm not going to go out of my way to like try to
Yeah.
like insert
Yeah,
myself into places that like I don't know
So-
whether or not I'm welcome in.
Yeah. So Craig is, well, I'm a truck driver, like I said before. So I listen to podcasts and stuff all day long
Yeah.
because I'm fucking bored.
Yeah.
You
Makes
know,
sense.
and but Craig is, I've known about Craig since Screw Attack and Death Battle and all that stuff, like back in
I
the
didn't
day.
know that Craig was associated with any of that. I
He-
like Chad told me about that today, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I know
yeah.
what Screw Attack is.
He founded Screw Attack, so he's been in the gaming space and stuff like that for years and years. And when I saw him doing his own thing again, after, because he was at Screw Attack, they sold to Rooster Teeth, and then he started Game Attack, and then he had a falling out with Game Attack because he's based, and he's like just a normal Christian conservative style dude. Like I don't know if he's Christian or not or whatever, but like that style of
He's a
beliefs.
conservative guy. Yeah.
Yeah, just a base guy, and they had a falling out over political stuff or whatever. And to me, he's all the time like anytime there's an opposing, crazy person in the media, the gaming media space or whatever, he's like, come on my podcast. Come on, we're gonna have you're invited on. Come talk to. We're have a civil discussion on my podcast. You're invited. Like, so we're not talking shit about you. You come on, we'll talk face to face. And he's invited every person he does that to. And it's, to me, that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
And it's like a daily show, and it beats the shit out of what is out there. What the IGNs and all that bullshit that's still doing it now. So
Yeah.
that's why, because it's more normal. I can't stand this Californian mindset about
Two-faced
stuff.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
all like the tongue in cheek, like constant like rallying
that-
behind some sort of banner or trying to like signal to somebody or
Yeah.
like trying to be nice but it's all falsehoods. Like I'm so sick of it, dude.
Yeah, there's that, and then like literally, if you voted for an orange-haired man, you're the devil. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah, I do find that
literally
funny.
the worst kind of human or
I've-
whatever.
I've had this discussion a lot with like on our podcast and just with chat in general in my chat about how like wokeism is its own religion. Because the thing is, in order for you to purity spiral, you have to believe that there is some sort of like higher truth.
Yeah.
That is undeniable, and that's basically like what the extreme left believes, which is why they purity spiraled so fucking hard. And what's crazy, I think, is really funny is like seeing that purity spiraling now happening on the right, because the right does have a divine truth belief in its
Right.
Christianity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's really funny, like seeing the second that they get like a foot in the door, they immediately start purity spiraling right back as well.
Yeah, now
It's hilarious.
and now people in the middle feel like they're being assailed from both sides.
Yep.
Literally fighting it off from both directions. Yeah, and it's very aggravating. It's very upsetting to me to like. It's like if you don't like thing, okay, you don't have to like thing, but like the puritanical stuff, this whole gooner thing or whatever. Like if you like hot women in video games, you're a gooner. All that bullshit that's going on.
Am.
I've
been
fucking
on this
retarded.
podcast. I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna jork it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jork it to pictures of the Overwatch. That's the game. I don't even play that game.
Well, overall, only.
I mean, they
only,
got plenty of assets for that, don't they?
Yep. And
the
then
only reason
I'm gonna beg
Overwatch is
my
still even a
wife.
thing is because of the porn.
Exactly.
Yes, call me a gooner. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
That's
I'm a
kind of
normal
what I've
human
gotten
being.
to at this point as well.
I just
Fuck
find it
God
funny
knows.
that LGBT activists like pro rights this or that or whatever. Now you're too pure for it. Like
Oh yeah.
It's just
really
like a
funny.
weird, yeah. It's
The
like a weird
LGBT
thing.
is awkward, and here's the thing: the reason why it makes no sense. I talked about this yesterday, but the reason why it makes no sense, and it's like, why are the pro-sex people anti-hot women in video games? And
Yeah.
it's literally what I told you about yesterday.
Yeah.
It's all competition. It's
Yeah.
all competition. It's women, like it's like mediocre women in the gaming space, right? Like not the gaming space, but like the gaming, like no, I think Alyssa Mercanti counts.
Yeah.
She's not a dev, but in the the development and like like sphere, right?
Yeah.
Who are mad that after they've gotten all the fat women to basically no longer be competition because they're like, yeah, fat women are great, we love body positivity, yeah, that's awesome, yeah, go on, keep being fat and not my competition. They've gotten all the lesbians, well, like, they're always kind of doing the thing, but they're pushing for all the LGBT stuff because those are people that are not going to be competition for the men that they want. The men then turn around and they'd rather fucking jerk off to a video game than them.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why. Like again, the pro sex people, the pro again, I think it's hilarious how often like you'll see these people be like, oh my god, you're a gooner, and then you click on their fucking account and it's all fucking furry porn. This has happened to me so many times. And it's like, you're a fucking imbecile.
Yeah,
you're a fucking degenerate. Yeah, it's like you're a fucking degenerate little fucking weasel. Who the fucking pot calling the kettle black, dude.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
Favorite goddamn saying. It's like, hello, pot, I'm kettle.
Yeah, and it's just like, and again, it's literally that. It's all personal
projection,
insecurity. That's all it is.
I made this little video and I posted it on my Twitter, so I'll play it. Hopefully I turned it down. Maybe still
tweet. My ears.
They added the jiggle physics and stuff into Stellar Blade, and I just thought it was funny, so I made this little 10-second video and put it on my Twitter. And then somebody like screenshots it and then comments on one of my replies about, "Oh, look at this guy! He just wants to jerk off to porn." Where it's like,
yes,
you listen to the fucking text like it was a joke for one, and then like I can look at that, I can watch that 10,000 times and not feel nothing.
Yes, I can. I love boobs.
Boobs. I don't have to jerk off. You know what I mean?
I don't have to, but I will.
Just out of spite, I shall.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, it's gotten to the point where it's like, you're so fucking retarded. I like, it's unbelievable how fucking mindless these people are. And again, all you have to do is just take a quick scroll through their fucking like retweets.
Yeah.
Like all you have to do every single time without fucking fail. These people are like massive fucking gooners.
That same dude that was commenting on it had like a fucking JoJo profile pic. I'm like, oh yeah, classic anime profile pic. Like you're fucking living the stereotype. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's just every time, dude, and it's fucking funny. It's really funny. And like, here's the thing. I'm someone that personally doesn't like over-sexualized things in games. Like, that's not my thing. Or in shows, I hate when there's fucking like overtly like Arcane season 2 has that one sex scene. I haven't watched the show. I don't care about anything League of Legends related. I don't care how good it is. I'm just not that super interested. I might watch it. Who knows? But like, I
like the first season,
but
I like the first season.
But in the second season, I know they have that one like lesbian, like just straight up full on lesbian scene, and it's like, dude.
Except if you watch the Chinese version.
Yeah, it's like, dude, close the curtain, right? Have like a little bit of class.
Yeah.
Leave a little for the imagination.
Mystique. Yeah, put some mystique in there.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, and then they fucked, right? Next scene.
I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with like, naked back walking away or something like that.
Exactly. I'm not saying censor the art, like, oh my god, Rose is pro censorship. No, I'm just saying it's not my preference. I like, if I'm first off, that's straight up porn. Like, it's straight up porn. That's straight up pornography.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Oh, but there's no insertion. They're fucking lesbian. There's no insertion. Like, all lesbian sex is literally fucking what's what I'm looking for. It's all simulated sex. All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. All right, shut up. For what? it is porn. That is porn. Right? But I'm not interested in watching porn, however much it adds to the plot. I'm not interested in watching full-on porn in the middle of my show.
I'm with you. Like it's just,
You know?
it's almost the same turnoff if they put like just a straight up heterosexual scene in
Yeah,
there.
I
Like,
don't have a problem.
why the fuck does this need to be in there?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't have a problem with the lesbian schmacks. That's hot. It's great.
yeah,
But there's like a time and place for that.
yeah,
And when I'm sitting on like the couch, like watching shit with like my family or something, like that's not the moment. When I'm trying to like
Right.
enjoy a show and like a story, right? I don't want to be like, damn, that was hot. Fuck. Right? No. Like there's a time and place for that kind of content. And that just isn't it. And so it just completely throws me off.
yeah. It's
every
weird.
time.
It's weird to me. Like I said, the oversight. Like I enjoyed Stellar Blade. I like it, and honestly, it's whatever to me. If people don't like it,
I
whatever.
think people getting mad over Stellar Blade is really funny because that game, like, yes, the character has all these like extremely overtly sexy outfits. It very much is a game that's
Yeah.
marketed for that.
Yeah.
Right. But like people be like, oh my god, she's like unrealistic. She's like the most generic looking Asian woman. The actress that she's based off of.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I think funny. I find really funny. In the West, the actress that like the character is based off of is gorgeous, right? And then the one in the game is like fucking hideous. Over there, it's oddly similar. But it's the thing is like it's not like the one in the game looks she's pretty, right? But
Yeah.
like the actual model she's based off is fucking gorgeous. Have you
Yeah.
looked at that model?
No, yeah, I've
She's
got her. I'm
gorgeous,
following her
gorgeous.
on Twitter now. Yeah.
Yeah, like the I can't remember the name of the character, but the character itself is like pretty generic looking.
Wait.
Like she's brown hair, brown eyes, like
Which
you know,
game are you talking about?
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like Eve is generic. She's not like a super like amazing, like multicolored, like super like giga hot, like bimbo anime character, right? She doesn't have the ass 2B has. Right? Or the boobs 2B has. She's like a slender, like generic Asian woman.
Except she does have that ass, actually.
Eve? The 2B ass? Have you played Nier Automata recently? You gotta go back. It's not the same, brother. It's not the same.
Let me find it here. Okay. So this is the model.
Yeah, the model for Eve is hotter than Eve. Genuinely. I genuinely believe that. Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
God fucking damn.
That is the actual model.
Damn. Yeah, dude, the model is so hot.
Yeah. So that was yeah, she's smoking hot. At first, it was just like, oh, she's unrealistic, and I was like, oh yeah, they probably added some stuff to the video game character.
No.
Then I saw those pictures, like, oh my god, no, that's
On the
real.
contrary, they slimmed her down. Eve is like she's more slimmed down. Her facial features like a bit more generic, right?
Yeah.
By comparison to like the model, right? Who is just genuinely like very pretty features, right? It's like her face. They took the model and they kind of made her more generic. To, I guess make her more like she's like a robot. She's whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's really funny how people bitched about a character that is unironically not as incredibly hot and thick as the model she's based off. I think that's really funny.
Yeah. No, she's super gorgeous. Yeah, I'm just. To me, it's funny to me, and then they're weirdly uglifying more characters these days.
Yeah.
You know.
It sucks to see, dude. Like when you see like a character in like a Western game, it's like, why the fuck is she so ugly? Oh, she's based off a model, and you look up the model, it's like she's not based off of this model. And then it comes out that like one of the writers looks just like the character. It's like,
Yeah, well, that was the what was that? The Fable series, the new Fable game or whatever.
It was Fable. It was Spider-Man. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Holy shit! It's 10 o'clock my time, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to call it. Thank you so much for joining. We've rattled up. This is a great thing about conversations like this. We can just roll for.
Yeah, we just go
lose
for
track of
hours.
time. So, but thank you so much for joining. Like I said, you're always welcome.
It's a pleasure.
We're definitely gonna have you back on sooner than later. Hopefully, have more conversations. Thank you so much for joining, Rosa, and I will definitely be around for your streams too. I'll be jumping in every time I get the chance. Every time I see you live, I try to jump in, say howdy. So,
Hey.
Thank you so much for
Sorry if I
joining.
like interrupted you a bunch.
No, it's totally fine. Nemo, are you playing a game now or are you asleep?
No, I just well, I'll be honest, I had to take my glasses off and take a migraine pill. I started getting sick.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No,
I
no one's
yap
no
a
one's
lot.
fault. No. It's no one's fault. I suffer from very aggressive migraines. It's just shit that's happened since I was a kid. It's just nowadays they're a
Okay.
little worse. I get physically ill and black out, so
Oh no.
Oh, God.
but we're doing all right. We got the med in. It's been good. I didn't want to interrupt, and I was having a nice time listening to y'all chat.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us too. So we're gonna end it there. Everybody go check out Nemo Mimi.
Nemo
Mimi. She's streaming. Check out Rosa at Rosa Codal. I posted your YouTube link in the chat, and it should be on the YouTube VOD afterwards. So check her out. She stream every day.
Yep.
Yeah. Have a great night. We will see. I will be back next Thursday, the day after Christmas. I don't Nemo, you're more than welcome to skip on it if you don't feel like it. But I'm gonna jump in and stream next Thursday after Christmas. But,
Gotcha. I mean, I'm probably good for after Christmas. We don't plan to do much here. Probably just go Christmas lighting and eat until we pass out.
yeah. So it'll be Thursday's the day after Christmas. So
Yeah.
But we're gonna we'll do a year wrap up next week. So everybody come back for that if you enjoy listening to me talk a bunch of bullshit all the time. So thank you all, and then we'll see you next Thursday. I would raid out, but I'm too tired to look. So have a good one.
Take care, everyone. Stay warm
Bye,
this holiday.
Jack.
Bye.
Don't forget to go fuck yourselves. It's healthy.
Self-love.
Self-love.
Okay. In stream.